April, right?
Third one is April. That's right, April.
Yeah. That one I paid, yeah. That one, the April one.
I think so. Let me check.
Yeah.
Yes, you paid.
Yes,
Yep,
oh,
yep.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
So what's your
This
plan for this year?
wow, a lot of holiday, a lot of traveling also.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
enjoy life.
I just my HR just called, want to talk because my unpaid is supposed to enter already.
Oh, so what's your plan?
Yeah. I have no intention to go back yet, leh.
But you
Have
have already exhausted, right? So taking sabbatical leave.
no, actually it's unpaid.
Oh, okay.
Sabbatical you got paid one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Unpaid is yeah, no pay lah, no pay leave.
I see. Okay, okay.
But because I sick, so they also cannot terminate me lah. But my husband said, why don't if like in that case, why you want to like you 站着马桶坑 and then you don't want to shit like that. But because I still not ready yet, leh, I don't know because moreover this year I also 犯太岁, so I also don't want to go back lah.
Oh, okay.
Because that time we already do the 卦, right? If I go
Ah,
back, there's a big one and then a small one. Actually, go back is not very good lah. That time we
r-
last year we 卦before already.
right, right,
Right.
right. Okay, okay. Couldn't really remember the qua. Okay, but I think you have jotted down all the points lah that we discussed, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So there's one big one and then one small one. The major offense and the minor offense.
Mm.
Yeah, how are these
Okay.
two offense all come out? How to go back? I also don't know. I want to go back. I'm so scared. Like now it's like everything looks okay. Like my condition also all stabilized. No, now everything look good.
That's good.
So
That's good.
yeah, so I just since I look good, then I just go more traveling lah. I mean, make
Mm.
myself more even good, better.
Yep, yep. I think you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the problem is I don't know whether they can wait for me. I don't know. Maybe wait after this year, I finish this year, and then I think maybe in next year still cannot. Then I don't go back already lah. Then I think 就是这样了。我应该是跟他们断绝关系。I mean, I also cannot. I mean, 3 years already lah. You also cannot drag too long lah.
Yeah. Okay, so if you really decide to leave them, then what will be your next step plan?
Looking for thing to do. If still got. Actually, I try a few thing, but not very. Actually, when I qua that few thing all look very good. My qua look good. Okay, but in the
Mm.
actual fact, like the thing happens just like what the qua said. They have it's a very stabilized firm, everything. Then got a group of people helping you, and then yeah, of course you have to pay lah. You have to pay some 入学费 lah, something like that.
Mm.
You have to pay that.
Mm.
I have paid because everything look good, mama kwa. But when I
Mm.
went in, then I know actually inside there's so many, a lot of things which is not aligned with what I want. I mean, my now
Ah.
my I am right is
Ah.
I want to be as free as possible lah. Okay,
Mm.
I want to earn a little bit. I mean, but not that kind of tedious kind. That kind, yeah. I
Mm.
no
Mm.
longer want to have this kind of life anymore. It's just like
Understand.
yeah, yeah. So, but when I get in, wow, it's totally different story. Actually, it's quite mafan. It's yeah, a lot of not easy lah. That one not what I want. At first I thought, oh, just sit down there, okay, pay, then okay, collect money. But actually, it's not like that. It's a lot of things behind you have to do, which is not aligned with what I want already. So, be it I already paid so much lah, but bo bian 咯，算是交学费 咯。
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
I pay
It's
a
a
bit. I
course that
pay.
you're attending, is it?
It's a cost. So and then they
Ah.
got a group of people behind you. Then you have to join their committee, something like that lah. Then you have to pay also the committee. Then you join
Oh.
that one, pay this one, pay that one. Because you have to join. Otherwise, you need people to guide you, ma. If not,
Mm.
yeah, starting very difficult. So I thought it's okay lah. Never mind that one. I also pay. But when I get in, actually, they a lot of things we have to do ourselves one. Then if you want
I
to engage,
see.
then you have to pay more. Wow.
I see.
Oh,
Okay.
then just pay and pay. Walao, like 掉进上的贼船 something like that kind of feeling.
Stacking on top of another, huh?
Yeah. Then which is not aligned with what I want already.
Right.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Kok Keong.
He maybe still looking.
Okay.
Hopefully something good. After I will go through the seminar lah. Later today or tomorrow I'll go through so that I have a more insightful.
At your own pace, lah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
at your
most
own
important,
pace.
I want to know the direction. What's the direction this year?
Southeast.
Southeast. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, can.
So do you try do you still continue your spiritual training?
Yes, I am. Still.
So your traveling is all spiritual training related lah, or leisure, your own leisure.
At least one or two related. At least one or two trips related. Like
Right.
my last trip is the Bhutan, and then my now later in April I'm going for Nepal, so it's somehow related lah.
Oh, okay. Nepal, you've been there before, right?
Yeah, I've been there before. So
Right.
it's like a every year thing, like go back and recharge and then come back.
Okay. Good afternoon, Anne.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How's your day, Anne?
Not too bad.
Okay,
I've done
that's great.
quite a lot.
So all prepared for Chinese New Year?
No.
Okay.
Is it okay that I log in with my mobile phone as well?
Sure. No
so
problem.
that
Can, no
be
problem.
easier
Go
for
ahead.
you. I want to share a very interesting thing. I was looking, I think you sent some information on the courses, right? So I took a look at it. And then as I was looking at the one about the money, the course on the money thingy, and then I told myself, yeah, that's the one I'm going to sign up for. And then the
Right.
moment where I have that thought, and then there is this suddenly, there's always like this incoming text or the advertisement that says you are on your way to prosperity.
Wow. Synchronicity.
So I thought that's quite funny.
Oh, that's good. So you're talking about that money frequency tuning program, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, very rhyme, very synchronized.
Yeah. I mean, well, we can say it's coincidence, but even so, it's I thought that's quite funny, quite interesting.
Right. Thanks for the sharing. Pretty interesting. So things are like that. I mean, when you're on the right track with your manifesting journey, you tend to see a lot of funny things. To some people, it's funny coincidence, But for practitioner like us, now, we call this as meaningful coincidence, lah. So that's good.
Well, I guess in the past we will just dismiss it, like wouldn't even pay attention to all these ads that come in.
That's right. All these are whispers. I call it whispers. Universe whispers. So do you encounter any other proofs to tell you that you're on the right track beside this?
No.
Mm.
Yeah, but this week was really busy.
Busy, hectic. And when is your
But
trip
it,
again?
it it actually went quite well, even though despite that it's busy, because yesterday I had this staff meeting. So my boss during the meeting, it was like a few minutes before it starts, and then he said that, can you do the, facilitate, and then share the agenda. So it was like last minute.
Ah, and you
So
are prepared.
instead, I think in the past I will fumble.
All right.
Yeah, but yesterday, I mean, I just took it on, and yeah, and it actually went very well.
Oh, that's good.
So in the
That's good.
past, when he said something like this, right,
Hmm.
I will get very, I will be very scared. And then
Hmm.
there's a lot of all this negative. I say, oh, what if I don't do this well? What if I say the wrong thing? Yeah.
Hmm. Understand. So this is confidence level. Yeah. So that's great. That's
So
great.
so yeah. So now it's like, just do it lah. Like, don't think
Yeah,
too much, but just go with the flow.
that's right. That's right. So a lot of times when unexpected things comes your way, that just take it with a sense of humor. You say that, oh, okay, things it come, I just take it lah, I just do it lah. So in Chinese, 尽人事 lah, just do your best lah.
Mm.
Today is a very special day. Everyone, today is a very special day. I
Uh,
posted something in the Heartbeat channel. I'm not sure how many read it. It's talking about today. And what happened today? Anyone know?
Recording is on. Live streaming. Live streaming.
Oops, and I think your side got feedback here. Okay, let me pull on the slides.
Sorry, Master, can I ask you something before we
Sure.
start? So
Okay.
if let's say the Gua show everything all good or is a 上上签 actually, then but it not align with what I want. So is it mean that I have to give up?
My take is usually every quad there's always the good side of things, and there's also some part that may not be that apparent, but it is a negative side. There's always two sides to the same coin, right? So on surface, the quad may say, "Oh, very good, very promising, very what," but behind the scene there could be something that you need to we call it the price of having that good things lah. You get my point?
Yeah.
That means there's a price you need to pay in order to enjoy those promising results or outcome or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to go behind the scene to take it out. Okay.
But
So
that thing cannot balance with what it's too much already. It's
right.
outweighs what
Right. So when it comes to alignment, okay, alignment, always know why you're doing what you're doing. The Qua may say is good, positive outcome, promising, whatever. So this may come true. I mean, maybe you can see results, you can see rewards and things like that. But the price that you put in to get those results could be quite hefty. That means maybe hard work, or maybe a lot of midnight oils to burn, or a lot of steps to do, or a lot of group or community you need to join, things like that, specialized group, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's always these two sides to the same coin lah. One is visible success, the other one is the invisible challenges.
But this is not what I want. So that meaning
Alignment.
so meaning this thing is not suitable, right?
That's right. As long as you must be very sure why you're doing what you're doing. And then that why must be able to align to your higher intention.
Yeah.
So if
okay.
what you're doing now you feel that it's pulling you apart from your higher intention,
Yeah,
then that is not called alignment.
I see.
Mm.
Okay.
Go with your what do you call that? The gut feel.
Okay. Okay.
Can?
Yeah,
Okay.
can. Thank you.
Right. Okay, thank you. So let me pull up the slides. So when I pull up the slides, my face will be gone. I think this is the feature of this platform. I also not sure why. So don't be surprised I'm gone. That's like last week like that. Okay, let me see. Where's my slides? Okay, a quick one. Can you see the slides and hear me loud and clear? Type yes if you can see the slides and hear me loud and clear. Type yes in the chat box. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Eve. Okay, so the slides you see right now is actually a post that I posted in the Heartbeat yesterday, talking about the uniqueness of today. Now, how unique is today is that today there is a rare planetary alignment of 4 planets. And which are they? Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. So it's very rare to see alignment, especially when it's 4, In fact, there are 6. In fact, there are 6 planets. But from where we are, we probably could only visibly see 4 planets. The other 2 are pretty vague. So in poor weather, we probably will see nothing also. So at least 4 planets, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. So usually when we want to do manifestation, right, we want to tap on energies like today. Okay, so what can we do? For example, today, maybe after the class, you can go and ground your energy. How to ground your energy? For example, maybe take a walk in the park and then go barefoot, something like that, or go near natural bodies of water. Natural body of water, for example, you can go East Coast Park, or go to what do you call that, reservoir and things like that, So get near to universe, very very natural body of waters, okay, or forest or park, something like that. Then get connected. Next, you can also do qigong if you are doing qigong, right? If you are doing qigong, and then because by doing qigong, right, we are actually aligning our energy system, and at the same time, amplify your visualization. I think we have talked about creative visualization. Today is also a very good time to do creative visualization, right? And if you are doing affirmation, do affirmation as well. So whatever you learn in this IAM manifesting system program, you can use all or any of the tools that resonate with you strongly to do it, especially today when there are very rare planetary alignment. Okay, right? So I will post these sort of tips and updates and things like that in the Heartbeat channel. So do log in and read, see what's the latest. And if you have anything to share, for example, your experiences and questions, feel free to share in the Heartbeat community platform as well. Okay, Eve is asking, Master, why nowadays sun is getting further from Earth? Okay, sun not moving, Earth is actually rotating, orbiting around the sun, but then it is not orbiting in a perfect round circle format. It is in a oval shape. Or at some point, the distance between sun and earth will get longer and longer and longer, and then suddenly crossing a point, you get shorter again because it's orbiting in a what do you call that, oval shape. That's number one. Number two, there's a study shown. There's a research study shown lately that our magnetic north is tilting further away and away from what we know it to be a north. Okay, so that might play a part also, attributing to your observation, Eve. So I'm not so sure that tilting of the magnetic north further and further away, what would be the implication, for example, on feng shui, for example, on manifestation, for example, on our energies. right? So we need to be careful, we need to be mindful. What's the implication, right? So if you have any experiences, odd experiences, weird experiences, or some sharings that you heard from other gurus, feel free to share around so that we can learn from each other, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's move on. Let's start the today's day 3, the last lesson proper. So good afternoon, everyone. Just my slide. Okay, so welcome to day 3, our final step in the I am manifesting journey. So take a moment to celebrate you have made it this far. And today is all about action, right? Because it's step 3 already, movement is all about action. Huh? So let's quickly recap what we have covered so far. Number 1, we covered the entire I am manifesting framework consisting of I, A, and M, right? I stands for intention, A stands for attention, and M stands for movement. And we need these 3. Regardless of what you're doing with manifesting, this 3 is a must. If you take out one, your manifesting journey, you'll see inconsistency. Okay, then we move on to talk about the 10 proof that it is working. So like what Anne shared just now, she has already seen one, with regard to her in her intention to join one of the program that I sent to her, and then she has seen signs to reinforce that she should join the class. Huh? Give me a minute. Okay. Good afternoon, Ratana. Just in time. We just started only. And next, last week, we also learned under intention. We set powerful long-term and short-term goals or intention, and discovering that clarity is the first amplifier. So there are actually 5 amplifiers. The first one that we learn is clarity. So the more clarity you have with your intention, the better is your manifesting. Right? And then under attention, the second pillar, we explore creative visualization, dominant thoughts, and very important, reticular activating system, or RAS in short. And we also unlock the second, third, and fourth amplifier, which are imagination. So daydream. Nowadays, a lot of us forget how to daydream. Instead, we are, spend our focus and attention on swiping social media. So because nowadays a lot of things are just presented in front of you, like a lot of short videos, it's 短视频, all these things are in front of you, and a lot of very good movies or dramas, we don't have to imagine anymore. You get my point? Last time, I remember when I was younger, I like to read the novels, Sidney Sheldon, things like that. Agatha Christie, their novels, their books. And then as you read, right, you have to go and visualize and imagine, right, what exactly are they trying to describe, So back then, a lot of us are using a lot of imagination power, but today, unfortunately, no. Okay, Anne say I'm dreaming to win the CNY Toto. Oh, it was yesterday, right? So did you win anything, Anne? Any one of you win any Toto yesterday? Or was it yesterday? I didn't buy, so I lost track. Okay, so the next emotion, the third emotion amplifier, wrong. The next third amplifier is emotion. And then the fourth amplifier is belief. Oh, Anne say didn't buy. Oh, okay, but you dream. Okay, so Ken, today we're going to focus on the final pillar, which is M for movement. So this is where we take all the clarity, the attention, and intention and bring it to life. Okay, Answer is going to buy the upcoming one. Okay, sure, go ahead. Oh, sure, go ahead. So today, you'll learn what action to take and how to take it. We're going to learn how to overcome procrastination, perfectionism, doubt, and fear. And last but not least, how to ruthlessly be smart, take smart actions that brings results. Okay, so if say, Master, what does emotion stand here? Emotion basically means, for example, let's take N's example. I'm dreaming to win the CNY Toto. For example, this is a wish list. I'm dreaming to win the CNY Toto. So anyone can just say, I'm dreaming to win the CNY Toto. That is just a statement. But if you put in emotion and you go and visualize that you are winning the Toto, you just imagine you're going through the process of either receiving a notification from the Singapore Pool app saying that you won, and then that moment when you see the notification, how you feel, is your feeling and emotion pouring out straight away. That is called emotion. Or are you just saying out of saying, I'm dreaming to win CNY Toto today or the next round? That's a difference, because on one side, when I say I'm just saying I'm dreaming to win CNY Toto, I'm just saying a statement. But on the other side, if I'm saying that statement, the same statement with emotion and feeling, I'm adding in the amplifier. You'll get my point? Okay, so if you get my point here and what emotion here stands for, type yes in the chat box. Thank you, Anne. So remember, emotion is one of the amplifier. So the biggest success, we also want to learn how to identify, analyze, and know which action has the biggest possible chance of success. So all these are important because we don't want to go the long way and the wrong way. So we want to manifest the best is effortlessly. If say belief is belief, it will happen. Belief is one thing. Okay, yeah. Belief is more than just belief it will happen. That's one thing. Another belief is your own belief system. What values are you holding on to? All right. So if let's say your belief system is that money is evil, or you believe your belief system is that I won't have luck with money. People can get rich, but not me. Something like that. Then that part is an amplifier as well. So amplifier can work for you. It can also work against you. Get my point, Eve? Okay. So today we'll also cover how to craft your one-page action plan so that you stay laser focused on your goal. Right? Stay laser focused on your goal. So we want focus. If say alignment correct, alignment, yes, alignment, not only alignment. Alignment is more of the movement part. Okay, movement part, and also your emotion part. For example, if let's say you send counter intention to your intention, sound a bit cheap. So what I mean by send counter intention to the intention, for example, take back the Toto one, CNY Toto. My intention is to win the CNY Toto. But deep inside me, I have that feeling, a strong feeling that I won't get it. Or that I won't get it. Where got so heng? Everybody buy, where got so heng that I will win the CNY Toto. So this is called sending counter intention. And when you're sending counter intention, there's no more alignment already. You break that chain of manifesting. Is that okay, everyone? Okay, as usual, that's like what we did last week. Before we dive in, let's get fully present. Also, let's ground ourselves together. So what I need you to do is close your eyes for a moment. Let go of anything on your mind, be it work, errands, or distractions. Tell yourself this is your time for you, only you. Imagine gathering all the scattered pieces of your energy, bring them back, allowing yourself to feel whole and focused. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Feel yourself fully arriving in this room, in this moment. When you're ready, open your eyes. Okay, welcome back. We are now all here together, ready to create magic. So, are you all ready to transform thoughts into action and manifest your dreams? Type yes in the chat box. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, Kok Kyong. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Ratana. All right, so let's move on to module 7, Inspire Action, where dreams meet reality and action bridges the gap between your intention and manifestation. So remember, action or movement, the third pillar, is the bridge that connects your intention into manifestation. So today we dive into the magic of taking action inspired by inner nudges. So those whispers of intuition that nudge you towards your goal. So it's not any other action, but it's actually inspired action. And all this, you will know that it is inspired action. Why? Because there will be inner nudges somehow. And the inner nudges need not come from your inner world. It can come from the external environment. For example, like Anne just now, she shared that she was planning to take a course. And then as she was thinking about that, there was a text message on her phone to saying that I can't remember what the text says, but it's something to reinforce her thinking that yes, go ahead, let's do it, something like that. Okay, or you're on your way to prosperity, is it? And is that the text that you got? Okay, thanks, Anne. So these are inner nudges, inner nudges. So when you have this kind of inner nudges, go for it. And when you go for it, these are called inspired action. So you take the action not because I say so, not because they say so, but it's because you want to do it. So there's a difference. You do because you want to do it. Example. Think of Jeff Bezos. You know who is Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. What started as a simple online bookstore back then, now today grew into an e-commerce empire. Bezos didn't stop there. No, his initial action inspired further ideas. Remember last week we talked about the 10 proofs, and new ideas is one example of the 10 proofs. So to him, this had happened. His initial action inspired further ideas. So ideas like what? Amazon Prime, AWS, Kindle, and more. Right? So each idea is actually built upon the previous one, creating massive opportunities for growth and success. So your life works the same way. Your manifesting journey works the same way. It's always one idea built upon the previous one. So put together, it becomes very massive opportunities for growth and success. And last week, we also said that, you can think all that you want, you can set intention all that you want, but don't go around thinking that, those money, the car, the life that you desire just fall into your lap like that. It won't happen like that. This is not how things it's going to work. All right. But instead, what shows up? Instead of immediately car, the money, the life that you desire fall into your lap, what shows up? Last week we talked about things like crazy ideas shows up, unexpected resources shows up, opportunities knocking at the door, people, knowing new people who can open new doors. These are the universe breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs. Those little proofs, which I put them together as called 10 proof that your intention is being received and noticed by the universe. So when you do your manifestation right, these are the things that will show up. Not the car, not the money and the life that you desire, but crazy ideas, unexpected resources, opportunities, the 10 proofs that will show up. Now, so what if they show up? If you don't act on it, then you're wasting the showing up. So what we need to do is when they show up, right, we need to take inspired action. And this is action usually is based on inner nudge. Okay. So the fifth amplifier, right? The fifth amplifier is intuition. So inspired action is usually fueled by intuition. That is your fifth amplifier. Intuition, right, is not about overthinking or perfect planning. It's about following those sudden inner nudges, taking bold steps, and allowing curiosity to lead the way. I give you an example, a personal example. Many years back, I think around 2018, 2019, I think it was in 2019, yeah. 2019, I don't have this online platform, but I only have physical class. And then when you come for the physical class, right, once you finish attending the physical class, that's it. Whether you can remember, cannot remember, that's your problem, right? I mean, those were the years. So after 2019, I started to build my online platform. Online platform basically means that even after you finish the class, you still can have access to the recorded video, and it's lifetime access, right? So how do I get those ideas? Actually, basically, it's building up my courses. Basically, the key point is building up my courses. And then along the way, ideas build upon ideas. That's why I have my online academy platform. Now, talking about building the online classes. So when we build classes, right, I think most course provider will have this kind of thinking and worries. Is that if I build this course, will people sign up? What if I build already, no one sign up? Then I'm wasting my time and effort. You get my point? Then if I go and book the classroom and then nobody sign up, then I'm wasting money again. So what happened was that one day I had this wild idea. I was looking through, swiping the Facebook, and then I saw this HDB post about a HDB BTO sales launch. Ang Mo Kio, Tampines, Tengah, something like that, So, it was a flash of inspiration to build a course around the concept of HDB BTO. Now, how does BTO work? Or how the BTO work is that you order first, right? You order the HDB flat first, right? And then HDB go and build. It didn't make sense at first to me that I should take order first. I mean, when there are people telling me that they want to attend my class, that I go and build a course. It didn't make sense at first, but the nudge was very strong. The inner nudge was very strong. Do it, do it, do it. Without hesitation. I knowing how manifesting process work, right? So once I have this inner nudge, without hesitation, I took immediate action. Now, what do? Instead of aiming for perfection, right, or spending weeks planning on the course content, the syllabus, I trusted the idea. I just launched the course, empty course. I go and tell the whole world, next year I have this course. Sign up now. But it's empty course, right? So basically, I'm doing what the HDB BTO is doing. Like, you register first, then I build the course. And you know what? It worked. You get what I mean? So by doing this, right, it gives me that confidence level to say that, okay, I think it is justified for me to go and spend time and effort and energy to work on the course content and syllabus, and something like that. If I have a physical class, then I can go ahead and go and book the classroom. If it's online, then it's easier. All right. So like I said, once you have that kind of flashes of new ideas or whatever inspiration, and when it comes along with inner nudges, that is the time to take action. And I call that inspired action. 卖图, okay, 卖图 is inspired action. Okay, my next slide also reinforced that idea about 卖图 is to work on it quickly. Work on it quickly before. Now tell me, what is your best guess? Why did I put the slides here saying your job is to work on it quickly before what? Before what? Now the lesson here is that universe rewards speed. Universe likes speed. Speed means fast, swift. So basically it's telling you, act on your inspired ideas before they turn cold. Ideas can turn cold. Why? Because we will be preoccupied with a lot of things. If we don't act on it, then. And the most important one is like that, the truth bomb here. is that your monkey mind will talk you out of it if you don't act timely and promptly. So the more you procrastinate, the colder the ideas get, right? And I mentioned just now, if you don't act, your monkey mind going to kick in. And what will the monkey mind do to you? I'm sure you know what's a monkey mind, and you know the function of monkey mind and what this monkey mind is best at doing. So don't let the monkey mind talk you out of your dreams. If I had slackened, like what Anne say, before you slack, if I had slackened and then just allow the monkey mind to talk me out, then today I will still be facing the same problem. So before I started a course, I was always thinking, will people sign up? Things like that. How do I know I should really dedicate time and effort and energy to create this course? So this HDB BTO saved me lah. Saved me. Helped me a lot. Okay, so the monkey mind thing. So the next thing you know, you are stuck in overthinking mode. This monkey mind. And you then get parallels by fear, doubts, and perfectionism. Now, monkey mind, it's the voice of doubts that start asking, how am I going to do it? Right? Because if you publish a empty course out, right, and say, come sign, but at least, a student would like to know, right, what are you teaching, right? So how am I going to do it, Okay, what am I going to talk about, empty? Or what if no one signs up? Or am I even good enough to do this program, something like that. So that this will be what the monkey mind will come out and try to dissuade you from moving forward. So inspire action. And what is inspire action? So I think I've said so much. I think by now you should have some good idea of what is called inspire action. So inspire action basically means zero attachment to the outcome. That means if you have inner nudges already, when you have flashes of new ideas or whatever, and you have inner nudges, take action. And then zero attachment to the outcome. So when I do the HDB BTO concept, right, I don't attach any outcome, say it must always give me the kind of outcome that I desire. No, I always go in with some sense of curiosity and humor and see where it will bring me to. That means being curious lah. And I don't over obsess with results because I know this is just the first step. So as I move along, I can fine tune, get better and better with each course publication, things like that. Basically, universe is just trying to tell you, now I find you the best time to do what you should do. All you need to do is just go ahead, do it, and do your best. In Chinese, I Ching concept is called 尽人事. The rest, do your best. The rest, leave it to the universe to handle. Now, in case you're wondering, why am I pulling in I Ching and I Ching concepts, in I Ching manifestation, in manifestation journey, when all these manifestation journey are all the Western kind of thinking. So, in fact, it's not whether you're Eastern or Western that, manifestation can work or cannot work. It is a universal law. Manifestation is a universal law. That means regardless of your colors, you can manifest. And since this is a universal law, and I Ching is always talking about universal law, then you can always find great lessons, great concepts from I Ching regarding manifestation. So I just pull out this very typical I Ching concept. This diagram is actually trying to tell you about 太极生两仪，两仪生四象，四象生八卦. So those who have learned metaphysics, I'm sure this comes in very easy. Now the thing is that the singularity point is our intention. The 太极点 is our intention. And when we have an intention to say, the HDB BTO, for example, and then the next thing is you split into yin and yang. So on one side is I will be asking myself, yes, I think I can do it. I can do this HDB BTO concept. On the other side, I may be also telling myself, no, I don't think I can do that. I don't know what to talk also. I don't think I can do that. So straight away, you branch out already, yin yang branch out already. Right? So depending on which side you allow yourself to subscribe to, you'll find that the development and the unfolding of development will be very different based on which side you are more inclined to. So in short, I think Henry Ford said it very aptly, is that if you think you can do a thing or you think you can't, you are both right. So in short is, if you think you can, you find a way. If you think you can't, you will find excuses. And when you find excuses, right, nothing gets manifested. So I Ching actually has laid a very clear roadmap for manifestation. I think a lot of us turn blind eye to this. Right? So now I'm telling you, the choice is yours. If you think you can, you find a way. If you think you can't, you find excuses. And excuses usually you're being persuaded by monkey mind to find excuses. So basically, I'm just trying to tell you, when it comes under that movement, inspire action, just go for it and have fun with it. I have fun with the HDB BTO concept. I think I now more or less has perfected, getting better and better with the entire process. So I'm just using this as a very raw example, very quick example, but there are many things in life, in your life, in my life, that things that you want, you can always find inspiration and then act on it. I've said this just now. Let me say this again. Universe loves speed. This is the manifestation trade secret. Universe loves speed. The moment the universe sends you an idea, it's actually trying to tell you, hey, the time is right already. Time is right for you to take action now. So when you act quickly, you're in sync with the universal energy. So 卖图了. Transformation takes place when you act on your insight. Don't delay until the tire get punctured. Timing is everything. 时也命也. This is also from I Ching. 时也命也 means timing is everything. So when the universe has sent you inspiration and have sent you inner nudges already, it is a very clear message, say, take action. Don't have to be a perfect action. Just do something. Just do something and then leave the rest to universe, because universe will send you another idea for you to build upon. That's like the Amazon story that I shared just now is idea built upon ideas. So it's the same thing here. Another example of inspired action in action, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs didn't just create products. He built ideas upon ideas. If you can recall, I think his PC, Macintosh, led to the GUI. Is a IT terminology, GUI, which inspired the iPhone, okay, and the iPad. So every step was a part of a bigger picture. Basically, it is ideas beget ideas. So it's one idea comes out already, it can be a very, very raw, very, very crazy idea. Never mind. Don't prejudge that crazy idea, because, who would ever think that one day we could fly, travel to country by flying, But today, everybody know we could do that. We could travel to other country just by flying. 200, 300 years ago, I don't think, or 400 years ago, nobody would ever think that this is feasible. But it's a crazy idea, but it happened. Okay, so perfection. I want to talk about perfection. Now, between perfection and curiosity, I would choose curiosity over perfection. Inspired action isn't about being perfect. It's about being curious and having fun. So that's why I talk about HDB BTO kind of concept. I find that a bit crazy, right? I'm not sure whether it will work or will not work, but since universe sent me this inspiration and already sent me inner nudges, let's be curious. Let's have some fun and see where it's going to lead me to. Before I know it, it lead me to somewhere good. And I'm very appreciative. So again, from I Ching, it's always telling us 天行健, 天行健, 君子以自强不息. Basically, it means that every day just take small steps, no matter how small. Don't have to be big steps. Don't have to. It can be small steps each time. And then accumulate the experiences, accumulate the learning points. And then after a certain point, right, you find that it builds momentum. You get better and better and better. Or the idea get more refined. Yeah, that's basically how you do. Then again, you may ask me, I'm sure some of you may ask me, I work on the idea. I have inner nudges, I have inspiration, so I work on the idea without delay. So what if it doesn't work? Can I hear from you? What if it doesn't work? What comes to your mind when you come through this point saying you did what you did what I told you to do, and then it doesn't work? What comes through your mind now? Type in the chat box. Share your inputs. What do you think? What will you all do if, let's say, you try it out, it doesn't work? Throw it out of the window, and then give me a bad testimonial saying that, hey, whatever I teach cannot work one. Joking. Okay, so if the alignment is off, perhaps. Very good. Very good. This could be one of the reasons. Alignment is off, perhaps. Okay, this could be one of the reasons. Now, for me, if it doesn't work, for example, if the HDB BTO, I can tell you straight away, when I tried the HDB BTO, it didn't really work as well on the first attempt. Something is off. But good enough for me to know that, I can see the potential. But right now, something is off. Let me see what causes those things that, that I can improve further. Right? So alignment. Thank you, Eve. So it is like playing this mastermind game. Playing mastermind game. There is a standard color. There's a standard color, okay, that will give you success. So if you do these standard 4 colors, that it's going to guarantee you success. But somehow I pick only 3 colors correct, or maybe 2 color correct, but the other 2 mess up the positioning. Therefore, I cannot have 100% success. So this is something like this. What you need to do is find out what's wrong. Why didn't I have the success that I wanted? Is it color wrong or positioning wrong? All you need to do is tweak a little bit, try again. Tweak a little bit, try again. And as you try more, you learn more. And the more you learn, the better the next time it will be. Until you get the full alignment, the full 4 correct color positions. And you have a winning. So look for the lesson in it. Okay, so use a growth mindset to learn and move forward. Especially, we should not let this so-called failure, let it reinforce your negative belief, saying that, see, I know it won't work. I know I'm not cut off, to manifest. Don't reinforce your negative belief. Be open about it. Be curious about it, and go and find out what went wrong and then improve on it. So every step of the way is here to teach you something. It's here to point you in the right direction. Look for that. Look for those pointers. And most importantly is detach your emotions from the outcome. And you see the process with clarity and confidence. It's just like, a cup of water, if you put some sand inside and then you shake the cup, the glass, the water will turn murky and you can't see through very clearly. So when certain things didn't work out the way you expected it to be, then you get agitated, then negative thinking start to come in. It's like shaking that glass of water with sediments. It get blurred and murky, and you can't think straight in that state. What you need to do is let the water settle down, let the settlement settle down, and then water will turn clear again. Also, just detach your emotion from the outcome, and then you'll see the entire process with clarity and confidence. And all you need to do is keep going, keep going, keep going. Prove you are relentless. Why? The universe will test your resolve. I think so. The universe will test your resolve, usually at the beginning stage. Right? So it is actually trying to give an opportunity to tell the universe, to prove to the universe that yes, I'm committed, I'm fully committed to this intention, to this high intention. Of course, universe will try to get you tested again and again to make sure that you are fully committed. Right? So, but your willingness to persist, no matter what, will prove to the universe that you're serious, dead serious about your intention and your dreams. Okay, so key insights. Every step you take signals to the universe, I'm ready for more. Right, so let's break this down into actionable steps. Number one is to take that crazy idea you have been procrastinating on and ask yourself, what is the smallest step I can take today? Don't have to be big, the smallest step. And then do it immediately. No overthinking, because the more you overthink, the more monkey mind will take over. And there you go, you slack already. Example, Thomas Edison. Edison said, he invented the light bulb. And before he can come out with the final product that works, he failed 1,000 times. And this is what he said, I didn't fail 1,000 times. I discovered 1,000 ways that didn't work. Can you see he is actually amplifying, this manifestation process by what we talked about just now? Is that, he's inspired to invent the light bulb, but the first attempt wasn't a success. Neither was a second, third, fourth, all the way until 1,000 times, still fail. Most people by then would already give up, but not Thomas Edison. And it was only 1,001th attempt that he finally made the final product that worked, the light bulb that worked. So every experiment was a stepping stone to success. Just remember this. But then again, don't stress yourself. Alamak, I failed first time, I failed second time, I failed third time, I'm useless. It cannot be done, can never be done. Finish. It reinforces your negative thinking. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just take it with a, with a curious mind and a sense of humor. So that, as you do, you're doing it with fun, with curiosity, and you enjoy it. You enjoy the process. Another example, a very classic example, Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC, his fried chicken recipe was rejected 1,009 times before a restaurant accepted it. Now, did he let rejection stop him? No. No. Did he ever felt that his recipe was lousy? That's why 1,009 times were rejected? No. He has a very strong belief in his own recipe and that it is going to work out. Okay. So he didn't let rejection stop him. He took one inspired step after another until he succeeded. So he didn't do this because somebody told him to do it. He do it because he wanted to do it. Right? And he's found success. So the rest is history. You know the history of KFC. So we have covered movement and the magic of inspired action. Of course, is powered by your fifth amplifier called intuition. So if intuition still feels like a mystery to you, don't worry. You can check out our How to Access Your Intuition workshop to supercharge your connection. It's not difficult. Last time, I always feel that my antenna was very short. or when I see all my peers, they have very good sense of intuition. They seem to be able to take in messages from universe, and see things and then feel things, I was like, what did they see? What do they hear? How come I see nothing? I feel nothing, nothing at all. All right. So, but that didn't stop me. I went on to go and explore and test it out and try, practice and practice and practice until I find that today, not too bad, not the best, but not too bad. Especially when you do eating prediction and when you do eating feng shui, right? You are able to pick on information, unseen information, easier than before, right? So if you really want to supercharge your intuition, you can check out this workshop if you have not already attended. Okay, so far we have tackled what actions to take and how to take them, right? So a recap, what action to take are those inspiration that you have, especially the 10 proofs, the new ideas, new resources, or new people that you meet, and then when it comes along with inner nudges, those are the actions that you should seriously look at and take it and do it. And how to do them, how to take them, is that just do. What is the smallest step that you can take today? What is the smallest step that you can take today? Okay, and just do it, because I already said universe love speeds. When universe sends you the one of the 10 proofs and also send you inner nudges, is actually trying to tell you that 时间到, the time is right for you to take some actions. So do it. And what to do? He already sent you the 10 proofs already. Or for example, new ideas, new resources. Do it. How to do it? Small steps. That's like the HDB BTO. Small steps. But here's the twist. Is hard work enough? Okay, is hard work enough? I'm sure not. Nobody want to do hard work, right? So no, hard work is not enough for manifesting. In fact, we don't want hard work. We want effortless manifesting. So in that case, is there a smarter way to move the needle towards your dreams? The answer is yes. And what we're going to do in the next module called Work Smart, we are diving into strategies to multiply your results without, multiplying your effort. Well, that's good, right? Sounds good, right? So curious? So let's find out how the universe rewards smart moves. Are y'all still with me? Type yes in the chat box if you are. Thank you, Eve. Any questions so far? The rest, still with me? Or lost in the sea? Okay, module 8, Work Smart. Now, how many times have we heard this advice, work harder, especially bosses, I like to tell staff, work harder, but here's the thing, what if working harder isn't the secret? What if working smarter is the real game changer? So let's unpack this together, yeah? You have probably noticed this pattern in your life already, that 80% of your success often comes from just 20% of the action you take. Wow, this is powerful insights. Let me repeat. 80% of your success often comes from just 20% of the actions you take. Oops. Okay, so contrary, 80% of your stress can be caused by 20% of the things or people that you deal with. And get this, 80% of your happiness, I mentioned this, comes from just 20% of what you do. So if you want to work smart, right, work on this. Work on this concept, 80-20 rule. Now, what is this 80-20 rule? This isn't a random idea. It's a universal principle known as the 80-20 rule or the Pareto principle. Now, it shows up everywhere. this rule shows up everywhere. Let me show you. It was found, through studies, that in business, 80% of sales often come from just 20% of clients. No, company know this, and that's why they treat their top clients like royalty. Premium client, things like that. That's why they treat their top clients like royalty, because they contributed 80% of the sales, but they only form 20% of their clientele base. In customer service, ever work in retail or support, you know that 80% of your complaint comes from the same 20% of people. Same thing. Everywhere is the same. 80% of complaints will come from the small little 20% of people. So the other 80% usually didn't complain. It's only the small group, 20%. So in software, 80% of the glitches are caused by 20% of the bugs. And that's why software teams are focused on fixing those key issues first. If you can solve the 20% bug, you will solve 80% of the glitches. So in life, same thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. In life, the same thing. Even your wardrobe, follow this rule. You probably wear 20% of your clothes 80% of the time. If you agree with this statement, type yes in the chat box. I repeat, your wardrobe also follow these rules. You probably wear 20% of your clothes 80% of the time. So that means you only need 20% clothing only. Real life examples, back to Steve Jobs. When Steve Jobs, returned to Apple in 1997. Anyway, at 30 years old, he was fired by Apple management. And then in 1997, few years later, he was called back to Apple. What he did, because why he was called back was because Apple was doing very badly in business. So he was called back to rejuvenate Apple. So the first thing he did, he cut down their product line by over 70%. I mean, this one, abort, only focusing on the top performing 20% of their projects. The result, now, today, Apple, became the tech giant we know. Marie Kondo, I think I mentioned Marie Kondo before. Her life philosophy is basically 80-20. She tells people to focus only on the 20% of items in their homes that spark joy, and then let go of the other 80%. So for your daily life, think about your to-do list. How often do you spend hours on busy work instead of tackling that one big thing that could actually move your goals forward? So unfortunately, a lot of us are focusing on that 80% that give us 20% success. And then we focus on those 20% that give us 80% headache. This is not working smart. This is hard work. This is not working smart. So what we can do, knowing this Pareto principle, is let's get real. Okay, if 80% of your result come from 20% of your effort, what happens to the other 80% of your time? Are you working hard on things that don't actually move the needle at all? So here's what the magic of working smart begins. What if you could identify the 20% of your effort that create the most result and double down on those? Wow, that would be amazing, right? That would be awesome, right? And at the same time, what if you could minimize or eliminate the 20% of things that is causing the 80% of your stress? So you don't have to remove 100% of all those things that is troubling you. You just need to remove the 20%. Why? By doing that, you're actually removing 80% of your stress. That is working smart. If it's asking how to identify 80% hard work and 20% work smart. Very good question. Very good question. Hold your thoughts, because we're going to go through one work smart exercise soon. Is that okay, Eve? Soon, we're going to go through one exercise. So here's the big question. What is your 20%? Or what are the small, high impact action that bring you success, happiness, or peace? So now it's time to flip the script. I think Eve is now waiting to flip the script. So we're going to do some reverse engineering. What's causing 80% of your stress or frustration right now, and what's bringing you 80% of your joy, productivity, and peace. So are you all ready for quick, work smart, fun exercises where we'll identify these hidden patterns in your life and then map out your personal blueprint for success with less effort, more results? Are you all ready? Type yes in the chat box if you are ready. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Eve. So if you do not have pen and paper with you right now, so quickly go and grab them. Ready? Okay. So I will ask you several questions. Yeah, several questions. And just write down. Just write down what comes to your mind. Don't have to prejudge. Can be very crazy answers. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Now, the purpose of question 1 is to uncover your 20% stress trigger. I'll give you 2 minutes to write down. So just listen to me first. So this question is about uncovering the sneaky little 20% of sources that are responsible for 80% of your stress, frustration, and unhappiness. Now, trust me, when you know what these are, you definitely, you finally see the pressure points in your life that need to go, or at least be managed smarter. Okay. So here's the truth. Every single one of us has this 20% stress magnets that suck up your energy and cause chaos and stop us from thriving. So we really want to flush them out, draw them out to the surface so that you can identify them. Okay. So I will start the 2 minutes. So when you're ready, just quick start writing. And then once you're done, you can share. You can share in the chat box. I can give you my inputs as well. Right? So I'll start the timer now. Okay, start writing. So the problem is we often accept, this 20% as just the way things are. Just accept it like that. Bo bian. A lot of people tell me bo bian. They have no choice, but actually they do have choices. No, they don't have to be bo bian. So if you think back over the last year, what people, situations, or habits have been giving you grief, unhappiness, stress. What's been making your blood boil, or draining your energy, or just plain stressing you out. Just write them down. Write them down. It can be anything or anyone, or specific people. Can be habits, can be situations or circumstances. If you think you can't think too far, then you can think over the 2024. Just don't overthink it. Just write down whatever comes to mind. Aim for at least 10 things. You're done. If you want to type in the chat box, you can do so. Otherwise, just type done in the chat box. I have a client. He was going through this, and then I asked him to share. He said that he has clients who drain him like anything. Okay, the type that they will email this my clients. My clients in the service line. So his client will email him 3 times a day, or WhatsApp him 3 times a day or 4 times a day, and ask 1,000 questions, and the client need the constant reassurance. So to him it's like, oh, everybody want a piece of me, and it's taking up a lot of my time, things like that. Eve wrote the worries, fears, anxiety, expectation. Okay, now Eve, I think you I know where you're coming from, but you may be missing the point here, because what you have written down there are that your problems and unhappiness. I mean your unhappiness, your worries, your fears, your anxiety, expectation. But what you should be surfacing is that where do they come from? What people, what items, what action, what activities, or who cause these worries, fear, anxiety, expectation. So the question is, which 20% of sources, be it activity, be it action, be it habits, be it people, that is giving you 80% of your worries, fear, anxiety, and expectation. You get my point, Eve? The rest, are you okay? So some of the sources could be work related, co-worker, unreasonable deadlines, or it could be personal habits, it could be relationship issues, like constant family arguments, or toxic friendships, or daily routines. For example, you have to travel 2 hours to work, forward 2 hours, back 2 hours, total 4 hours in journey time, things like that. Yeah, what are those? All done? If you are done, type done in the chat box. Then I know you're done. I can proceed. And say family, stock market, all right, stock market, and co-workers and pile of works. Okay, good. So for Anne, she has identified the 20% that give her 80% headache, which is family, stock market, co-workers, and pile of work. So this pile of work could be work or family, personal kind of work. Means like, for example, house work, house chores, could be also pile of work. Okay. Yes. Okay. So yeah. So I'm glad, and you have draw out into the surface what are those 20%. Yeah. So we are not done yet. Okay. Right. So let's move on. I didn't hear from the rest. Is the rest okay, right? Okay, question 2. Now, this question is to narrow down the culprits. Now, you've done the hard part, uncovering the 20% of your sources. They are causing 80% of your stress and headaches. Now, let's dig even deeper and zoom in on the big fish. So, not everything on your list is equally catastrophe. So, some things are just mildly annoying, while others may feel like a wrecking ball swinging through your daily life. Okay, so let's find the top 2 that are wrecking the most havoc. So the question for question 2 is, which top 2 are causing 80% of your problems and happiness? Just now question 1 is to find out the top 20%. You may have 10, you may have 5, you may have 20, I don't know, but that is your top 20. Yeah. So out of these top 20 that you have listed down, pick the top 2 that you think are causing 80% of your problem and unhappiness. I'll start a timer. Start now. Just single out the top 2. Oh, and it's fast. Family and pile of work. Right. So once you're done, either you share your inputs or you type done, so I know you are done. Now, the thing that you wrote down, this top 2, for example, and family and pile of work, note that these are the things that if you could fix or eliminate them, it would drastically improve your life. Thank you, Eve. Sometimes you don't even realize what's causing the most damage until you step back like now, and then you look at it, say, oh, okay, 80% comes from family and power work. And these are the top 2 annoying, what do you call it? the toleration. So I give you an example. I have a client who shared with me, he has a boss who's constantly breathing down his neck. So the boss will always check his work 3 times a day, insist on endless updates and then send emails at 2 a.m. expecting immediate replies. Sound familiar? Right? Sound familiar, right? So to him, why is this a top offender? One of the top two. This is one of the top offender. That makes him, he's always anxious, wondering if he's doing things right. Because if you need a boss to go and check on you 3 times a day, then you're gonna have self-doubt, right? Say, oh, am I, I'm wondering if I'm doing things right or not. Why, or otherwise, why would boss want to do that? Check on me 3 times a day. So because of this micromanaging, my friend, this client also can't even disconnect from work, even on weekends and public holidays. Can't disconnect. Even travel, need to bring laptop, need to be on standby, things like that. And soon it was killing his productivity because he's spending more time updating the boss than actually getting work done, reports after reports. And he's also not sure whether, the boss actually look at those reports or not. So if this sounds familiar, right, it is not just a problem, it is the problem. So we need to deal with this. All right. So and I think you have already circled up family and power of work. So this, you need to really look at it. Otherwise, what you allow will continue. Okay. Now, next. Question 3. Eve is asking, Master, since I was released from my job, I don't have much problem nowadays. If really need to point out, I feel it's mine only. Sorry, just my 2 cents. Can. No problem. Yes, it can. The top 20%, right, could be something tangible or physical, like your job, your boss, your colleague, or whatever. Sometimes it can be intangible, like your mind and the mindset and the monkey mind. I have a client who told me my monkey mind is the top 20, is the top 2 offender that give me the most headache. Why? Because I just can't stop the monkey mind. Then at least we know it's the monkey mind. It's not anything external, it is internal. Then all we need to do is find solution for the internal. So no problem. So I'm glad you have identified that right now it could be your mind, and you just need to work on it. So question 3, this question is to turn problem into solutions lah. So you have done the hard work already. You have identified the top 2 stressors that are wreaking havoc on your life. Now comes the fun part lah. The part where you take back control. And the question is, what can you do about that? Now, don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. There's always something you can do. Even small shifts can lead to massive changes. So let's dive in. I will start the timer now. 2 minutes. Start writing. Here's a truth bomb for you. You don't have to solve the entire problem in one go. Sometimes the smallest tweaks can create a ripple effect that changes everything. So instead of thinking in extremes, I need to quit my job or I have to, migrate and things like that, think in small steps. And what are those small steps? For example, what is one thing you can do to improve the situation? One smallest thing you can do to improve the situation. Or what is one boundary you can set? Or what is one habit you can tweak? These are some areas that you can explore to do that one small shift. And say letting go, do more stuff that enjoy. Very good. Very good. Okay, very good. Instead of harping, for example, the power of work or the family issues, letting go a bit. bit by bit, small steps, and then do more stuff that you enjoy. Maybe you go for your massage, go for leisure tours with your good friends. All these things are examples. If say for my case is heighten my awareness and make peace to self and live in present. Very good. Very good. Okay, good. The rest? All right. So my take is, go ahead, just take the action on your top 2 stressor. Don't have to be big action, don't have to be big steps, don't have to be big change. It's the smallest change or shift that you can take. I can tell you, you'll feel a massive shift in your mental and emotional energy. Even if you can't eliminate the problems entirely, right? Taking steps to address them will give you a sense of control. And that's really priceless. So my urge for you is that you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. So you've got this, start small, think big, and watch your stress drop. Okay, question 4. This question is to amplify your happiness. Now we talk about the stress part already. Right now, talk about the happiness, the other half. So here's the good news. Some things drain you, others energize us. Also, now let's flip the script. You have figured out what has been sucking the joy out of your life. So now let's shine a light on what is bringing you up. So here's a mission for question 4. The question is, which 20% of sources are resulting in 80% of your desired outcome and happiness? Now, this question is a game changer because most of us don't spend enough time nurturing the things that actually make us happy. We are always focusing on things that make us sad and stressed. So we should flip the script. But when you identify your happiness drivers, you can double down on them and get even more joy and success in return. So I'll start a timer now and start writing. So why does this exercise matters? Think about it. If 20% of your activities, people, or situations are giving you 80% of your happiness, why waste time on the other 80% that could only deliver that much? Negligible much. Not worth. So instead, you should focus on your power sources and you create a life that feels lighter, brighter, more fulfilling. Once done, same thing, either you type done or share your inputs. If you say meditation and reading, very good. More quality me time and say very good, very good, very good. Okay, good. So now you can fill up your to-do list already because you know this will bring you 80% of the happiness. So remember, last week I talked about the emotion part, the feeling part. These are the small little things that you can do that will bring you up the emotion, the high emotion, the high vibes emotion. Right? Because what helps you to manifest is actually emotion. I mean, the amplifiers will help you manifest faster and stronger. And emotion is one of the things, right? So emotion, how to get into the emotion vibes is to do these small little things that you just mentioned down. Straight away, it brings you 80% up in your emotion frequencies. That's very easy thing to do and no-brainer to do. So do more. Okay, thumbs up. Let's move on. Question 5. So this question is to focus on your happiness drivers. So you brainstorm all the things that can make you happy, fulfill and energize. So let's narrow it down to the cream, the top 2 happiness drivers. So here's the mission for question 5. you have written down maybe a list of things that can bring you 80% of happiness. Now I want you to just circle the top two. Circle the top two. If let's say Eve only wrote down meditation and reading, right? These are all that you have, then these are your top two. Okay. And then Anne only wrote down more quality me time, then this is your top one. So this is where the magic happens. These top two are your superstars, the 20% that give you 80% of the joy, fulfillment, and success. Now that you've identified them, you know exactly where to invest your time, energy, and heart. Focus. Where you focus, your energy goes to. So why is this important? I think I've shared this before. Thinking about it like planting seeds in a garden. You've been trying to water every single plant, but some just don't grow. You may have 10 pots, but just some pots may not grow. So no matter how hard you try, so never mind. Meanwhile, there may be one or two plants that thrive and bloom with minimal effort. Those are your happiness drivers. So give them extra attention. Give the two pots the extra attention so they can flourish even more. So this is what we're supposed to do. Right? So for Eve is the top two is meditation and reading. For Anne is more quality me time. Any more? Okay, if not, I think do I need to set a timer? I think no need. I think you have done this already because not many that you need to circle. For Eve is only 2, for Anne is only 1. So happiness isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the right things. So when you focus on the 20% that bring you 80% of your joy, you'll start living a more intentional, fulfilling life. Next. Question 6. So this is the final and also the most exciting step of this fun exercise. And what is the question about? Think about your intention. Last week we set down your long-term and short-term intention. Now, which 20% of the possible actions that you wrote down just now that you take will likely create 80% of your desired results? So this is where we stop spinning our wheels and start accelerating towards the finish line. Remember last week we wrote down the long-term, short-term intention. This is your destination, right? And then just now you wrote down the two happiness drivers, or 20% of what you should focus on. Now the question you should ask yourself is, would this top 2 or 20% that you do or you take will create 80% of that long-term and short-term intention? Right? So I'll start a timer. You think about it, and then you just write down what you need to write down. Now, why this question is crucial? It's easy to get overwhelmed by the sheer number of things you could do. But luckily for Eve and Anne, there's only the 2 and the 1. So here's a secret. You don't have to do everything. Success isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. And how to work smart is to focus on the 20% or the top 2 drivers. Okay, and is saying self-development, self-care. Very good. Self-development, self-care. So under the more quality me time, Anne has broken down into 2 major parts. One part is self-development, personal growth, and that one is self-care. Very good. And doing more self-development and doing more self-care is actually contributing to the more quality me time. And by doing that, and let me ask you this, by doing this, what you say you are going to do, would that bring you closer to your long-term intention that you have written down last week? Yes or no? Thank you. And very good. Very definitive answer. Yes. Okay, good. See, you're on track already. This is called alignment. So the more you do self-development, the more you do self-care, the more you're bringing yourself closer to your intention. Easy peasy. If you got your answers, Okay. If say follow the flow by listening to inner voice and close to universe vibration. All right. So same thing. If I'm going to ask you this, by doing more of this, closest to universe vibration. Okay, thank you for the correction. By doing more of this, would that bring you closer to your long-term intention that you have written down last week? Yes, no? Thank you. Also very definitive. Your answer is yes, definitely. Very good. So you are in alignment. Now that you have identified the most impactful actions, right? Commit to them wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. 没有一半一半的哈. Because why? Along the way, especially at the beginning stage, universe will put obstacles. Obstacles basically means is to test your resolve lah, and your commitment that you are all in, that you are fully committed. Get that? Okay, move on. So what you have written down, just do more of them and let go of the others. Just like that. Just like that. Right? And what I'm suggesting to you is for a start, right? Because we have already completed this work smart fun exercises, and then you have uncovered the 20% actions that lead to 80% of your happiness and results, you know. And here's the things, life doesn't stay the same, and neither should your strategy. Think of your life like a GPS. You know, your goals, challenges, and priority shift as you grow. So without regular recalibration, you miss the exits and take the long road to success. So this exercise is your recalibration tool to stay sharp, focused, and intentional. So my suggestion is do this fun exercise for a start is to do it every quarterly to recalibrate, to see whether you're still aligned or not. Right? If it's saying anything not aligned, I will let go, be going to be heart pain for now. That's right. Short-term pain. Right? Short-term pain is better than long-term pain. So if you find that it's already not in alignment, let go is better. Okay, let go is better. So just picture this. You know, like for example, why I say you need to do recalibration, and then for now, for a start, do it quarterly, is that imagine last quarter, your biggest source of unhappiness might have been dealing with a boss who micromanage. And then, you know, now you have mastered the art of managing upwards like a pro. Then so what's next? This no longer relevant, micromanaging boss no longer relevant, is no longer toleration for you. Or maybe your top 20% happiness driver was spending Sunday meal, you know, with a family. But now you've discovered that, you know, after a quarterly, you know, you take this fun test again, you discover that taking a dance class is your new joy now, new joy hack now. So life changes, you change, so be it. So doing this exercise every quarter for now keeps you aligned with your evolving goals and keeps your happiness tank full. You get my point? So it's not a one-time exercise, it's always an ongoing one. You know, imagine this. Now today's January. And if you do this quarterly, right? No, by the end of the year, you will have fine-tuned your actions 4 times. That's like hitting the fast forward button on your personal growth and happiness. Do you want that? You know, you are doing, you know, very intentional actions every quarterly for this year. I think it's worth it. Right. So let's dive into crafting your one-page action plan. Now, you may have your own way of your action plan, but in case you have none, then I'm suggesting one template for you. So this isn't just a fancy document, it's your roadmap, your blueprint, and your personal playbook to achieve your goals. So what can you do? Step 1 is to define your goals. Your short-term intention or your goals, you know, it could be anything from the list you have last week. Maybe you want to launch a side business. Maybe you want to rekindle, whatever that you have put aside for a long time. Or perhaps you're aiming to get fit and healthy. Maybe you want to write a book that shares your knowledge with the world. No, whatever it is, just write it down, based on last week, whatever you written down. The clearer you are, remember clarity being the amplifier, the clearer you are, the easier it becomes to navigate your journey. Then what you do next is to take the first and obvious step. What is the first smallest step and obvious step that you can take towards this goal? And then every day, ask yourself, which one are you going to do? So basically, a simple template may look like this. It's a one-page action plan. Then on top, you have your goal. You can put specific goal, for example, rekindle, reboot my side business, something like that. And then if you think you have a due date, write down the due date. For example, 31st December 2025. This is your due date. And then to get to that goal, what are the action steps? Don't have to be very big step. It can be very small steps that you can do, for example, this week or this month. Don't talk long. Remember, that's what I mentioned. You don't have to be able to look at the entire staircase to climb up. All you need to do is focus on the first step in front of you. So same thing here. Focus on the first few steps for this week or for this month. Just write down the action step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then next is daily check-in. For example, when you wake up in the morning, when you do your morning routine already, then you ask yourself, today, what will I do today to move closer to my goals? Maybe perhaps you say that, okay, today I will work on action step 1. And if I have time, I'll go on with step 2. That's it. My aim for today is to accomplish step 1, step 2, something like that. So by the end of this week or by the end of this month, whichever time frame you give yourself, you just do a reflection. And once you have completed all the steps, then you create another one-page action plan for the next week or for the next month, depending on the time frame that you use. So this is your easy, quick reference, one-page action plan. No need to write a fanciful, professional action plan. No need. Eve was saying, I joined Master Power Intention and I am in 2022 and have been following what Master said every day, small steps. Now I'm very free and I feel I can be even better. Thank you, Master. Thank you very much for attending the classes and then trying it out. Like I say, you don't have to believe everything that I say. All I need you to do is keep an open mind and then test it out for yourself. So thanks for your sharing, Eve. I'm glad that you feel free now and you feel that you can be even better. Yes, that's the way. Manifesting. Okay, good. So here's a secret. Seriously, here's a secret. I think if you know it, I think you may, faint if I tell you this. Here's the trade secret for manifesting. You don't have to know how you're going to get there. You don't have to know how is it going to be manifested. No need. For so many years, when I move forward with my manifesting journey, I don't even care how it will come. Somehow it will come in its most strangest way. I can tell you, there are so many stories. Yeah. So same thing for you, especially for those, this may not go well for those who are perfectionists. Because why? Perfectionists want to know step A to step Z. And anything missing in between, they will feel very insecure. They will feel that the plan will fail. So they will not start until they get A to Z all written up. But this is not how effortless manifesting works. Okay, if you know how effortless manifesting work, it is just do your best, let the universe take care. And how would they take care? They will throw you the how and what to do. How and what to do. When they throw you the how and what to do, that's how we talk about inspired action followed by inner nudges. do it because universe is telling you time is right. Do this now. Do this now. You see? For some reason, the how comes in already. Can you all accept this? You don't care how it will come. Can you all accept this concept? If you can, type yes in the chat box. Thank you, Anne. Don't care how. Don't care how. Okay, so focus on what you can control, which is the next step, the next smallest step. Trust that the next action will reveal itself as you move forward. You see, like escalator, right? The next step will always come reveal itself. This mindset will help combat procrastination. People procrastinate partly because they are the perfectionist type, whereby they need to know the A to Z first before they can start. Or second one is because the thing they need to do look huge and insurmountable, therefore they procrastinate. So the thing here is that always take the next smallest step possible, and then the rest will just show up. Get my point, yeah? Okay, if the most important, don't lose faith. Trust the process. Along the way, many tests will surface. Haha. That's right, Eve. Thank you very much. Because universe will keep testing your resolve, keep testing your commitment. And you say you're perfectionist. Okay. Well, if you're a perfectionist, just listen to me. Try your best that you don't have to know A to Z before you start the thing. Is that palatable to you? Okay, anyway, just now you mentioned yes, right? You reply yes, right? When I say that you're okay, can you accept this concept about no need to know how things will come? You reply yes. Okay, Ken. Right. Remember your reticular activating system, your RAS? It's going to help you notice opportunities that will align with your goals. So by drilling your action steps into your subconscious, you train your mind to look out for those new steps, the next steps. Thank you. 1 degree shift. That's right. 1 degree shift. Right. So for example, let's say for me, let's say I have these goals about launching my business, or you may have goals about keeping fit, or you may have a goal about writing a book. Keep repeating in your mind, reinforce it into your mind so that your ROS picks it up, and then it will help you to start noticing chances that align with these goals all around you. Small steps. Let's talk about the power of small steps. It's all about progress. So when you start accumulating small wins, like finishing a chapter or just running just a mile, you build momentum. Always go for small steps. I'm not a fan of big steps, big change. I'm a big fan of small steps. So every time when there's a big project, I will ask myself, what is the next smallest small step I can take that can help me move towards the completion of this project? I always go for the next smaller step. So you can do that too. These small actions gradually will accumulate. By universal law, it will accumulate into something significant and life-changing. 1 degree shift. And remember, it's about taking small steps each time. Don't underestimate the power of consistency. Okay. So let's bring it all together as we wrap up Module 8, Work Smart. So we have covered some incredible tools to help you maximize your efficiency and results. Right. First, we delve into inspire action, understanding that taking the right steps at the right time can catapult us towards our goals. Then we explore the 80-20 principle, which reveals that often just 20% of our effort can lead to 80% of our results. This is awesome. Imagine how much easier life could be if we focus on what truly matters. This is called focus. And of course, we highlighted intuition as the fifth amplifier. Your intuition isn't just a hunch. It's a very powerful guide or GPS that can help you make decisions and stir your actions towards success. So now that you have the one-page action plan, you're armed with a clear and actionable roadmap to reach your goal. So your action plan, right? One-page action plan don't have to be a very comprehensive and complete plan. No need. It can be just an action plan for this week or an action plan for the entire month. Small steps each time, small segment each time. Remember, it's all about taking those small, consistent steps, trusting the process, like what Eve highlighted, trusting the process and allowing your path to unfold. Is that simple? But wait, we are not done yet. So up next, we're going to have module 9. It's a bonus module. I call it Advanced Manifesting, that will dive deep into the art and science of manifesting a dream like never before. So get ready to unlock the secrets that will elevate your manifesting game. So before we jump into this module 9, so let's take a 10-minute break. So you can stretch, grab grab some water, refill your cup of coffee or tea, and get ready to step into the advanced world of manifestation. So I'll see you back here shortly. Let me start the timer. 10-minute break, and I'll see you back in 10 minutes time. See you. Anyone back from the break? Thank you, Eve. If you have any question, feel free to type in the chat box. Thank you, Alan. No worries. Yeah, you can watch the replay. Yes. Or now on the road too. Okay, just drive safely. Yeah. $90 more seconds. Thank you, Anne. You're back. 30 more seconds. All right. So let's resume the class. So everyone is back, huh? Yeah, I think so. Everyone is back. Okay. So welcome back. Welcome back to the second half of today's class. And yeah, this will be the last module for the entire program. So welcome to the grand finale of our journey, module 9. It's a bonus module, and I call it the advanced manifesting. Basically, we are unlocking the vault of my 10 all-time favorite tools, tricks, and techniques that can supercharge your manifesting powers and elevate your results like never before. So I have a lot of tools, tricks, and manifesting techniques, but these are my top 10. So I'm sharing them with you so that in case you're wondering, hey, what do I do in my manifesting journey? Now here you go. You have go behind the scene and see what I'm doing. So before we begin, let me ask you this. Share with the class. What are the tools, tricks, or techniques you have learned so far that make the biggest difference in your manifesting journey? Type in the chat box. Share. Any tools, manifesting tricks, or manifesting techniques that you have learned and used so far that you feel that make a biggest difference in your manifesting journey. And say affirmation. Thank you very much. Yes, affirmation is one very powerful tool that you can use for your manifestation. Thank you, Anne. So think about it. These are the game changers. These are the ones you can rely on when things get tough or when you're ready to level up. So you'll find that I use affirmation a lot in feng shui enhancement, feng shui remedies to help, use feng shui techniques to help with our manifestation journey. So now, and also sharing, she's using meditation with manifesting. So if you're wondering why, or how would meditation help in manifesting, then I can tell you manifestation. I think I've shared with you last week, right, about the brain wave frequencies. Meditation will bring you into that theta state very easily. And theta state is between fully awake and half asleep, right? So when you're at that state, right, it's easier to do the yin and yang connection. If say consistent affirmation and let go attachment on outcome, very good. So consistent affirmation, and then one very very important thing that Eve did was to let go of attachment. This is awesome, very good, very powerful. So good. So imagine now that having not only one or two but 10 of these powerhouse techniques at your fingertip, which I'm going to share with you. So this is what this bonus module is about. My all-time favorite tools to supercharge your manifesting power and then deliver results that will blow your mind. Now, some of these techniques are extremely simple, while some may be a bit more complex. So just listen to me and then try it for yourself. Whichever resonate with you most, keep using them. Right? So some of them you probably are already doing it without even realizing their full power. So just listen later. So when you apply these tools consistently, they create ripples that turn into waves. It is not just about what you want, it's about becoming the person who effortlessly attracts it. Okay, let's dive straight into it. Number one. Now, let me ask you this. Number one is morning routine. Let me ask you this. How do you usually start your morning? Type in the chat box. How do you usually start your morning? Do you jump out of bed, scramble to check your phone, and then in your phone, check your emails or WhatsApp, and then dive headfirst into the chaos of the day? What do you do usually? Now, if what I said is what you do, for example, jump out of bed, check your phone, check email, check WhatsApp, then I have news for you. That chaotic start sets the tone for everything that follows. So here's the magic. If you begin your day properly, the entire day transforms. So morning routine is actually very important. If say catch alpha brain doing affirmation and meditation. Okay, very good. So Eve, what she did every morning was doing affirmation and meditation. So very good. Oh, very good. So why morning routines matters is, when I start my morning, right, with purpose, the day feels like magic. Now, if I begin by rushing, stressing over emails, WhatsApps, or obsessing about what might go wrong, the rest of the day reflects that same frantic energy. So here's the truth. Your morning is your launch pad. Ever heard of this Chinese phrase called 一年之计在于春，一日之计在于晨. Chen is the morning, right? So how the day going to unfold will depend a lot on that morning. And this is the morning routine that we are talking about. You start right, it sets the tone for the entire day. So it's when your mind is in an alpha state. I think Eve mentioned that, right? Is in the alpha state, a sweet spot of relaxed alertness, perfect for rewiring your thoughts, intentions, and energy. That is why a strong morning routine is non-negotiable from my point of view. I'm sure some of you may say that I don't have time. I need to wake up very early, prepare breakfast, or chase after my children, to wake up, to brush the teeth, to wear uniform, to whatever, and then to rush them to the school on time, and then that's it. That's my morning. If this is your launch pad every morning, then you have to accept it that this will set the tone for the rest of the day. Everything will be in a mess, very rushed, hardly any time for yourself. This is your launch pad. You allow this launch pad to be so. So if say sometimes I purposely skip, somehow I feel something lost on that day. It should. If you are right, thanks for sharing this. It should. Same for me. If let's say I skip a day, the entire day I feel that something is missing. That's right, something is missing. And I don't feel myself, as though my energy is not running very efficiently for that day. So what I would do, if let's say somehow, for whatever unique reason, I have to skip that morning, what I do usually is that after lunch, I will do a payback, a makeup. Makeup. Why? Usually, after lunch, right, around 12 p.m., 1 p.m., around this timing, right, is the time where the yang energy will transit into the yin energy for the day. So we want to also align our body system to move in, to transit into the yin energy gracefully. So one good way is to do whatever they are doing in the morning, do it after lunch also. Some may call it a cat nap, some may call it a siesta or whatever, so be it. So this what I do, makeup if I happen to skip. Okay, so if you can consider doing that also after lunch, that known part. Doesn't matter 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. So usually our lunch break is around 12 or 1 is fine. So if you want to be very exact, right, it is about between 12 to to 2. 12 to 2. Just do that catch up or the makeup between 12 to 2. That would be fine already. Okay, what I do? For the morning routine, actually I do a series of activities for my morning routine. So the entire series will probably take me around half an hour like that. Half an hour. That's half an hour of the day. 24 hours, I only spend half an hour on the morning routine. Of course, for those who are working, right? Or for those who have children, have to chase the children, rush them to school and things like that, you may not be able to afford even 15 minutes, for example. I used to be in that state too, or have to rush here, rush there. But all these are in the past, because I take steps to be where I am today. So you can too. All right, so what I do, step 1 is gratitude in the first 17 seconds when you open your eyes. I repeat, the first 17 seconds when you open your eyes, these 17 seconds are your golden moments. And how do you spend your first 17 seconds is to focus on gratitude. So what can you do? You can think about 3 things you're grateful for: your supportive family, the cozy bed that you just woke up in, the opportunities waiting for you today. For me is that I'm very grateful that I get to open my eyes today. One of the things I'm very grateful. All right. And then, supportive family and things like that. So whatever that comes to your mind, express gratitude. So like I said last week, gratitude vibrates at a frequency of 900. Enlightenment is 1000, and enlightenment is the max. 1000 is the max. So easily you start the day with 900 hertz. And if you can add an emotional amplifier to that gratitude, let me feel the gratitude. Or when you recite the gratitude in your mind, recite with emotion. Okay. Right. So, for example, one of my client, he started his morning by thinking about how grateful he was for his children. He visualized their laughter and how proud they make him feel. This is what he shared with me. This simple practice shifted his mindset, and he noticed he had been more patient. He had more patience and energy throughout the day, and no longer rushing, and then find that it's a chore to go and wake up the children, to rush them with the uniform, and then to rush them with the breakfast, and then rush them to school. Now he didn't really feel that kind of rush. He found that I love bringing them to school. Something like that. It's a different shift in attitude and mindset, but it makes a very big difference in his emotion. And step 2, I just spent my first 17 seconds, right? Probably at that time I'm still lying on the bed. I haven't fully get up, but when I open my eyes, I know I will spend my first 17 seconds doing gratitude. If is asking, must be within 17 seconds after going toilet, 17 seconds gone. So before you go toilet, you loon a bit. When you open your eyes, before you get up, that 17 seconds. This is how I spend my first 17 seconds. But you find that you need to go toilet, then go toilet. Then no choice. So, you just do a shift, a little bit, a shift in your pattern, in your habits, and then see how it goes for you. The first 17 seconds. And then, once the 17 seconds is gone, then I'll wake up. I don't really brush my face immediately. Not brush my face, brush my teeth immediately after I wake up, get up from the bed. What I'll do is I will proceed with the remaining. I spend half an hour, right, in my morning routine. So 17 seconds already gone, so what comes next is the step 2. Step 2 is to leverage on the alpha state, because I'm still not fully awake. My eyes can open like that, So there's a stage whereby our brain is naturally in an alpha state already, making it the perfect time to practice self-love, self-care, and creative visualization. So instead of rushing with your day, you can take a few moments to imagine your ideal situation. This is where daydreaming comes in, creative visualization. Picture your career if you want. Picture your happy family if you want. Picture your income, if you want, or picture your business if you want. Or you can even picture how your day would look like. Or you can imagine the recognition for your hard work, or how do people graduate you, soon or whatever, So describe the details. What's your morning routine like when you have achieved your dream life? Example. That's example. Ken? Okay, so this is morning routine. So when we do that, right, what are we leveraging on? You see, all these 10 tips that I'm about to share with you, right, and I've shared the first one, right, is actually leveraging back on this framework. The morning routine, why it works is that, we are making use of the alpha state to do creative visualization. So by imagining your ideal outcomes, you are reprogramming your dominant thoughts and then sending clear guidelines to your RAS. Now you know what RAS can do for you and against you, right? It is either helping you to find opportunities and new ideas and new resources, or it will block all this from showing up in front of you, right? So we need this. And then if you can do all this with what I call that, gratitude, Gratitude is one of the amplifier, and not amplifier. Do it with clarity, right? So clarity is setting intention, sharpens your focus, and creates that momentum. So can you see how it comes in? And then if you can do it with emotion, also emotion is one of the amplifier also. Can you see? I'm not just teaching you theory that you need to do creative visualization, dominant thoughts, or whatever, but I'm also showing you what are the tools that you can use to incorporate all these important factors about effective, effortless, manifestation. And you don't need a lot of time. Anyway, for some of us, we may already be spending our morning. If let's say you're not rushing anywhere, you may be spending your morning, probably 15 minutes in the living room or on the sofa, swiping your phone. Anyway, you're doing that. All right, might as well put it to good use. Remember, 20% of the action can give you 80% of the results. This could be one of the 20% that you should focus on. For example, just now someone mentioned about meditation, right? Meditation, affirmation, all these things is what you can do. Okay, talk about the first 17 seconds, right? Let me repeat one more time. This is very important, your first 17 seconds. Okay, you can always put in with your short-term intention, especially what's one thing I want to achieve today? Not necessarily every day must be gratitude. You can also put in with, what's one thing I want to achieve today? Something like that. This set the tone for your day and gives your brain a very clear directive. So it may be, you may have a very important meeting at work today, and you can say, okay, today, first 17 seconds, wake up, say, okay, today I have this meeting, and it will be a very productive meeting. Something like that. Or today I'm going to finally, make progress on a personal project. These are just raw examples. You know best. You know best what you want. So by focusing on this intention, you amplify your clarity. And this gives yourself a sense of purpose before you even step out of the house. So your morning routine, remember I said I spend about half an hour. So what do I do after the first 17 seconds, right? So the next one is I do meditation. Meditation probably will take me about 5 to 10 minutes. And I have a lot, I've curated a lot of guided meditation MP3. So randomly, depending on what is my needs for that day, I will just pick the right MP3 and I listen to it. Some are about grounding, some are about running my energy, some are, things like flushing away my foreign energy. Some of these things I cover in the Awaken the Unseen Energy Within program. This is how we run the energy, or get connected to the cosmic energy and the earth energy. Right, so I spend about 5 to 10 minutes on the meditation. Then the next one I'll spend on visualization. That means spending time on my ideal life. For example, if let's say I have a course coming up and I want to imagine this course, how will it turn up? I'll have people signing up and people are enjoying the course, and I have a very good syllabus to share, things like that. Now this is called visualization. And then last but not least, for to fill up that half an hour, right? I will do stretching or movement. You can be doing your exercises or yoga or whatever, but for me, I'm doing qigong. So, well, anyway, qigong is aligning your energy system, So it's to loosen up my body, do the stretching, because in TCM, right, they always believe that if you want to have a healthy body, you should stretch your tendon and ligament. 拉筋. Okay, so qigong helps you to do that, to do the 拉筋 as well as to move the energy within you. So this routine gives me a sense of achievement even before I left the house for the day. Or if I have any appointment, I would already have a sense of achievement because I've done so much, although it's just half an hour. Yes, if yoga also can, whichever resonate with you most. Can be yoga, can be Pilates, can be Qigong, can be Tai Chi, or can be those aerobic kind of exercise. Also can. Right. So your morning routine is more than just a habit. It's the foundation for the life you want to create. Start your day with intention, start your day with gratitude, and start your day with clarity. And then you watch how the rest of your life follows suit. Okay, so go and set the alarm. Set your schedule in your handphone calendar. Starting tomorrow, if you have not already done this. I know Eve is doing this, right? So for the rest, if you have not, then start to have a morning routine. After a while, like Eve, Eve is saying that if you skip one day, you feel that something is missing. So same for me too. But I will make up. I will make up in the afternoon. Okay, that is tip number 1, which is the morning routine. Very important. Now, tip number 2, I call it gratitude. Like I said many times, gratitude is 900 hertz. Max is 1000. So when you do gratitude, such a simple and effortless and low cost or free even kind of activity that can push up your effectiveness in manifesting, why are we not doing it? Okay. So I think some of you, I know some of you do gratitude as a regular practice. That's like a second nature now. Everything is gratitude, which is very, very, very good. So for those who find that gratitude is a chore, please rethink. Now, can you share in the chat box, how do you do gratitude? Just share. No right, no wrong. That's no right, no wrong. Right? Just share how you usually do gratitude. Is it buy gifts for someone that you feel gratitude to? Or is it that you say thank you? Or is it that you write down in a journal? Or is it that you will think about it in your mind and that's it? Full stop. What is it that you do for gratitude? Anyone want to share? What do you usually do? And say in my mind, can, no problem. There are many forms of doing gratitude. No right, no wrong. All are the same. All are the same. So to that person, okay, good, in the mind and to the person. Okay, so it's all in the mind, in the energy world, energetic world. Okay, good. Okay, so a lot of time when you say I'm grateful, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful to my spouse, I'm grateful for my health, I'm grateful. Is that how you usually phrase it? Anyone? How do you usually phrase your grateful? Is it I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my health? Is that how you usually phrase? Now, if you do that, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying it's good. Okay, because at least you write down, you're very clear what you're grateful for, right? So, but if I may, let me offer some simple way to supercharge the way you're doing to make it, for example, instead of 900, it could be 910, 920, If say, I agree, Master, I did gratitude every day once I woke up, you receive the grace from the universe. Just my 2 cents. Thank you for sharing your experiences. If indeed it is a boomerang effect, I call it boomerang effect, is that whatever you throw out, it will come back in full swing and come back in full swing into something good for you, something that is in your favor. But we are not doing it because we want something good to come back to us. We are doing it because we want to do it. Gratitude. Okay, so are you all ready to learn? There's a deeper way to practice gratitude that will change your life. Are you all ready? You want to learn? Type yes if you want to learn. Thank you, Anne. All right. Now, if say yes, do it by heart, not for anything written. Yes, that's right. Thanks. If okay, so now I'm going to share with you a little tweak to what you normally do, how you normally phrase your gratitude, and that little tweak will supercharge the power. Okay, instead of just writing there or just reciting in your mind, say, I'm grateful for this person, I'm grateful for that person, I'm grateful for my health, and things like that. You know, we should tweak it to say, I'm grateful for this person because. Okay, I'm grateful for my health because. I'm grateful for the little New Year gifts because. Something like that. So you add in a because behind. So I call this the improved version. So why does this work? It helps your brain to connect the dots and reinforce why you are grateful. So the emotion can come out. You get my point? It creates a stronger emotional bond, and that's where the magic happens. Remember I mentioned many times emotion is one of the amplifier. So whatever little things that we do, right, we always want to draw out the amplifier in any way, in any small way that we can do. So one of the small way for gratitude is this part here. Just add in a because. Get my point? Can? Easy, right? It's just a very small, simple tweak. So here's how to do it. You can have a journal or in your phone or in your mind. Doesn't matter. You can always put down there. If it's a journal, then this is what I'm suggesting you to do. You can write down you're grateful for because many things. I'm grateful for my job because it allows me to grow and provide for my family. I'm giving you rough example. I'm grateful for my best friend because she always knows how to make me laugh. I'm grateful for my morning coffee because it gives me energy and a moment of peace. Even coffee, you can send gratitude to. Although it's intangible, inanimate things, you still can send gratitude because after all, everything, everything in this universe is energy. Whether it is living thing or non-living thing, it is energy. Yeah. So because of that word, because you tend to embed feeling into it. Also, you imagine the joy, the love, or the relief that the gratitude brings because you know why you're feeling gratitude. So this is the little small tweak. Now, another small tweak to supercharge it. This is one small tweak, but I'm recommending another small tweak. And that the second tier is usually what we are doing gratitude is usually for things that have already happened. That means things that happen now or in the past, right? So, but a lot of us fail to say gratitude for the future. Now you may be thinking, what? For the future? It has not happened yet. So what makes me want to feel gratitude for? Now, this is the secret sauce. Not many people know. We also need to practice gratitude for things you haven't manifested yet. What you do, how you do, is to visualize them as if they have already happened. As if they have already happened. Example, I'm grateful for my dream home because it's cozy, peaceful, and perfect for my family. Now, your dream home has not come yet. You could be saving up, to get the dream home. Never mind. But you should also offer gratitude for things that you have not manifested yet. So, for example, if you have a dream to have a dream home, then you may write there, I'm grateful for my dream home because it's cozy, peaceful, and perfect for my family. Or you're looking for that promotion, but promotion is not here yet. You can also offer gratitude by saying, I'm grateful for my promotion because it allows me to grow, lead, and contribute more. Or if you're looking for a partner, life partner, you can say that I'm grateful for my soulmate because we bring out the best in each other and share a beautiful life. So this is the perfect picture that you're trying to attract into your life, and it has not manifested yet. So we are bringing the energy to presence. to presence. Remember, we say that is your vibes, is your emotion, is your feeling that will help you attract. It's not the thought. So by writing it as if it had already happened, is actually making you go into that emotional vibes, so they can feel that, oh, your soulmate has finally shown up, or your promotion has already come already, or your dream home is already here. And what makes you feel so emotional is because, wow, this dream home is so cozy, it's so peaceful, and it's so perfect for my family. See, the emotion start to come out. So once you get yourself into the emotion, it's the emotion and the feeling that will help you to attract. Amplifier. You see, now whatever we do the tweak, we want to bring in the amplifier as much as we can without stressing ourselves saying that, should I do this, should I do that, or this is so difficult to do, that's so difficult to do. Actually, all these things that I'm sharing with you, all are easy stuff. No brainer. So why this work? It reinforces your dominant thoughts. The dream home is here. The dream home is here. The promotion is here. My soulmate has shown up. Gratitude for the future tells your brain, this is already mine. You see your dominant thoughts? This is already mine. Otherwise, you'll be telling you, oh, it's so far-fetched, or it's too good to be true, or I don't think I will ever have my dream home. Instead of this, by doing this gratitude, you're actually replacing your dominant thoughts with all the empowering ones. And then by doing that also, your reticular activating system, your RAS, will start filtering the world, right, to match that belief. You see, all these small little shift, it takes you only about 5 minutes, 10 minutes things to do. That will bring you, 20%, bring you the 80%. Shift your energy. Gratitude vibrates at a high frequency. I think I've told you this many times. So when you're in that state, you attract more of what aligns with it. You attract what you are. And then, let's say, there are certain days is tough days, so even on tough days, focusing on gratitude can shift your mood and perspective. It's just like flipping the switch. Right? So this isn't just a feel-good exercise, it's a life-changing tool. Gratitude isn't about denying your challenges. I repeat this, gratitude isn't about denying your challenges, it's about shifting your focus to what's working and what's possible. Clear about tips number 2? Okay. Move on. Tips number 3. Now, let me ask you something. What's running in the background of your mind 24/7? Anybody want to share? If you know, if you're aware, what's running in the background of your mind 24/7? You'll be surprised if you, let's say, sit down and think about it. What's really running in the background of your mind? And say to-do list. Oh, see, and is very high aware. When I ask so fast, the answer come out, to-do list. To-do list basically means, yes, you can say this is a focus because this is a thing that you need to do. But what is the emotion when you think about those to-do lists? What is the emotion when you think about the to-do list or when you revisit that to-do list? Is it a sense of frustration? Is it a sense tense? You see? Can you see the feeling? Can you see the feeling? And the amplifier comes out already. So what will help you magnify is that tense emotion that will help you manifest. You get it? And so what about the rest? Okay. So, some client will tell me that, 24/7, my mind in the background, I always have, the kind of self-doubt, the sense of scarcity, the sense of fear, for example, fear of being retrenched, that there are news that the company is going to retrench, things like that. And he feel he might be the one in the list. And then you feel that if he's one in the list, then how the family, who going to support, who going to buy milk powder for the children, things like that. All the self-doubt, all the scarcity, all the fear all comes out. This is 24/7. Oh my God. And then the feeling is fear, self-doubt. And then all these things will help him manifest those lousy things to show up. No? Because it's always the feeling and emotion that helps you to manifest. See, on the other hand, if let's say you know in the background of your mind 24/7 is always running empowering track of abundance, confidence, and clarity, what would that bring you? So remember, I've said that your dominant thoughts shape your reality. And what you play on repeat 24/7 in your mind becomes the blueprint for your life. So that's why in tips number 3, I offer you a simple tips or tools that can help you effortlessly try to replace those dominant thoughts into empowering ones. If say, Master, is it a must to have things to do always? Lao to say useless is good. May I have your thoughts? Things to do helps you bring, like I say, IAM. Okay, your M movement is actually your to-do list. To-do list. Okay, so for example, if let's say your to-do list is to have a income that is enough. Let's say your intention is to have an income or maybe a job or that give you enough income. That's enough, and then not so stressed, and then you can enjoy life. If that is your intention, right? Then the next thing is, if you're already in a job that give you a lot of stress, then there's no alignment. So your to-do list is, yes, I need to do a shift. Probably is to find another job that can give me this alignment. So this could be your to-do list. Or in short, this could be your short-term intention. Means to-do list lah. So what to do is you may have to look around, right? Look around for other jobs, right? Or other opportunities, like maybe set up your own side hustle, things like that. So these are your to-do list or your short-term intention. And then based on this IAM, right? So all you need to do is condition your RAS to say that this is important to me. You go and search for me. And then once you spot something, bring it to my attention. So yes, Lao Tzu say useless is good, effortless is good, things like that. I agree, but not useless, but effortless. You leave it to all your body function to do the job. All you need to do is tell them what you want. You get my point, Eve? So right here, this tip number 3 is also something like this. You don't have to constantly tell yourself, I'm good, I'm enough, I'm whatever. No, just rely on some gadget and things like that to help you. And I call this the audio auto suggestion. Now, this is a game changer. It is like a personal playlist for success designed to reprogram your subconscious while you go about your day. Now, how this works and why this works is because you have dominant thoughts. Your brain is constantly listening even though you're not actively paying attention. Subconscious mind. So by playing affirmations, audio, MP3, by playing affirmations or belief on loops, repeating loops, you could be doing your job. Some people may be doing their job and at the same time listen to pop music, right? Now, there was a time when I feel very down. What I do is, while I do my job, I'll put on my earbud and I'll play audio auto suggestions. So I'm actually playing what? I'm playing affirmations or certain belief commands on repeating loops. Now, I don't have to pay attention to the playing. Okay. Why? Because I'm not, my intent is not to feed the conscious mind, because conscious mind is only 10%. I'm feeding the 90% subconscious mind. So I don't have to pay attention. I don't have to tell my conscious mind, please pay attention. No, I just continue with my job. So my conscious mind 10% is focusing on my job. And my 90% subconscious will listen to the audio auto suggestion. And there you go. These empowering messages will soon override those disempowering ones in my subconscious, and things start to shift. You can do that, especially if you know that, for example, what's running in the background of your mind are, for example, for N, a to-do list, and then the feeling of revisiting that to-do list is the tension, is the worry, is the frustration, is the toleration. Then this is something that if it's saying what, no more slides already, yeah, no, give me a minute, no more slides. Did you all see the slides? No. Okay, give me a minute. Thanks for the feedback. Give me a minute. How about now? Okay, great. Thanks for the highlighting the okay, good. Where was I? Let me see. Okay, so this audio auto suggestion. So what you can do is reprogram subconscious mind. That's right. And suddenly lost the chain of thought. Okay, so what you can do is you can create your own MP3. You can do your own recording in your phone. Do your own recording. Have a list of all those empowering affirmations, that describe the desired states that you want. Record it into MP3, and then you just listen while you're working. So remember, the intent is not to feed the 10% conscious mind. It is to feed the 90% subconscious mind. So you don't have to pay attention to what you are listening to. Just let it run in the background. Now, if you don't know what to record, you can always go back to the 11 beliefs command that I shared with you last week. Okay, so let me repeat what are the 11 belief command. You can pick some of those that resonate strongly with you and then add in with your own to form your own audio auto suggestion. Let me repeat. First one is, there is an invisible and benevolent energy or bracket life force within me. Number 2, my thoughts and beliefs originate from within me. I can choose my beliefs, so I live the life I am imagining. Number 3, my life has a purpose, and I discover and I live in alignment with my purpose more and more every day. Number 4, I am enough. Number 5, I deserve money, prosperity, and abundance. Number 6, I can learn anything I feel inspired to. Therefore, there are no limits. Number 7, I'm whole, strong, loving, powerful, happy, harmonious, and wealthy. Number 8, I easily attract, create, and manifest X dollar per month. Now, when it comes to this X dollar, right, you can put in any figure, but I can tell you a lot of people will feel very paiseh or feel that can't be true to put, for example, 10K per month. Inside your emotion and feeling comes out. It can't be true. Can't be. I cannot put 10K. I don't feel authentic. I can tell you, if you feel that way while rating 10K, then this 10K will not come because you're sending counter intention. You must believe it as though it's already happened. Trust me, you can try it out. You can try it out and then tell me how it works out for you. Okay, number 9, I follow my intuition and trust it is always leading me to my highest good. Number 10, the more value I create, the more offer I make, the more money I receive. And 11, all my intentions are now manifesting in an easy and relaxed manner, in a healthy and positive way, and in their own perfect time for the highest good of all. Number 11 is the most powerful one, in my opinion. So if it's asking, Master, why is for subconscious only, like that, can they register? Yes, they can register. Yes. Okay, because subconscious is in the background, they will be on the lookout for you. Remember, your RAS is always constantly on the lookout for information. Get it? So the message is not for conscious mind. The message is for the subconscious mind. Now, if recording your own affirmations feels overwhelming, I've got you covered. You can check out our 2 programs here. One is the Attracting Prosperity and Abundance Guided Meditation MP3. The other one is your Shift Your Money Perspective Guided Meditation. These are 2 guided meditation MP3 that you can check it out. It's like having a personal mentor whispering abundance into your ears. Is it same as daily affirmation? Something like that. It is the same as daily affirmation. And in the Shift Your Money Perspective, I think I'll talk more about this Shift Your Money Perspective in the money frequency tuning, is shifting your beliefs towards money. That's how we tune your money frequency. Shifting your beliefs and attitude and mindset towards money. So, so if you're asking whether what is inside this these 2 program, is it the same as daily affirmation? For the Attracting Prosperity and Abundance, yes, most of it are really daily affirmations. But for the Shift Your Money Perspective, is more of exercises to shift your mentality. Very powerful, not just daily affirmation. Okay, so this technique, number 3, leverage 3 powerful principles. Again, dominant thoughts. The thoughts you focus on, most become your reality. Number 2 is your RAS again. Your mind filters and seek out what matches your beliefs. And number 3, using beliefs as the amplifier. Repeated messages strengthens your belief system, reinforce your belief system, making it easier to act in alignment with those beliefs. So Eve is saying, I did that together with my affirmation. Is it okay? Yes, you can do that. You can do that, yeah? Next, tip number 4, I call give. This is the secret multiplier of abundance. Let's talk about giving. It's not just feel good act. Some people give because they have some hidden agenda why they want to give. For example, donation, charity, or volunteer. Some may have hidden agenda why they're doing what they're doing. But in this case here, give is unconditional. You give because you want to give. Yeah. It is one of those most powerful ways to amplify your manifesting power. And here's the kicker. When you give, you're not just helping that person, you're shifting your energy to abundance mode. You see the difference? It's not just helping, you're shifting your energy to abundance mode. It is because you are in abundance, that's why you can afford to give. See, you shift yourself into that vibes already, straight away. So this ties back to the law of reciprocity. What you give comes back. But of course, we are not saying that you do this because you want something to come back. But I'm saying that this is the natural law in place. This is, when you talk about eating, right? This is actually the 5 element in action. Wu Xing, Chinese call Wu Xing. Energy flows in cycles, and when you contribute to that flow, the universe finds ways to return it to you. So here's the golden rule. Gives from a place of abundance, not lack. I know of someone who want to do giving so that they thought that it can help them in their manifestation, but they give, and then yet they are very reluctant to part with that thing. 不舍得 or 吝啬 or feel bad about giving the thing, then you are actually giving from a place of lack. Then might as well don't give. You get what I mean? We don't do things, we don't set intention, we don't do things from a place of lack. Then you are actually manifesting more lack. We want to give from a place of abundance, saying that no big deal. I have a lot of this. I can give you. For example, like queuing in the bus lane, bus queue for the bus. Somebody cut your lane in front of you. To me, is you want to cut, you cut, If the person behind me cannot take it, right, then let the behind go and confront the guy in front who cut. But to me, I have a lot of time. I can allow you to cut in, no problem. So I am giving in from a place of abundance, not lack. So remember, if you want to give, don't 埋怨, don't 不甘愿, don't feel like, you feel obliged to give. No, this energy is off, totally off. But when you give with love, appreciation, and generosity, you create an unstoppable ripple of positivity. So what can you give? You can give time. You can give time. You can give your attention. Okay, you can give attention. For example, your children, he needs some attention from you, Yeah, give him some attention. One-to-one attention. Not just 敷衍 say, what is it that you want? I'm busy now, Not that kind of attention. It's really full, one-to-one, 100% attention. This is giving also. Okay. Next is appreciation, or like gratitude lah. Or giving appreciation, maybe a small gift or say thank you or whatever. Appreciation. And they can also give money, something tangible. The previous three one is about very intangible things, time, attention, appreciation. Money is something tangible, or a gift is also something tangible. You can do that, but make sure when you give really want to give, or not because that the people say you have to give, therefore you give, or you feel that you're obliged to give. Don't do that. And then last but not least, you can also give love, care, all this. These are small actions but very big impact. You can always start with what feels easy. For example, buy someone lunch, or compliment a colleague, or donate to a cause you care about. Make it a habit lah. Set a goal to give in some way, time, attention, money, love, every other week, things like that. So do it without attachment. Very important. Do it without attachment, although it will come back because it's universal law. But do it without attachment, to say, don't worry about the outcome. Just trust that the energy will return to you in ways you can't predict. And you're not expecting it to come back. So no attachment. So when you give, you activate the dominant thought again. By focusing on abundance, you train your mind to see and create more opportunities and more abundance. And then because when you give, right, your emotion is in the right vibes. You give not because you 不甘愿, or 不舍得, but you give because you feel that I have a lot of this, I can afford to give. No problem. I'm glad to give. So your high vibes emotion, that is your amplifier. The joy and gratitude you feel while giving raise your vibration, attracting more positivity into your life. And then believe. Because the more you do this, right, the more you believe that, I can give. I have enough to share. And the universe will respond in kind. So that reinforces your belief. And belief is one of the multi-amplifier. So every act of giving creates a ripple that spreads far beyond what you can see. That's why no need to attach anything, to the outcome. The more you give, the more you receive, and the more you find yourself living in alignment with abundance. You're on track. So what will you give today? It doesn't have to be big. It's just, has to come from the heart. And importantly, the cycle has to start with you. Clear? Tip number 5. Celebrate. Celebrate. And when I say celebrate, doesn't mean that you have to, buy yourself air ticket, go for a 10-day tour, to Europe or wherever, or buy yourself a very expensive clothing or a Rolex or whatever. No, well, if you can do that, fine. But if you cannot, I'm not talking about those. Okay. What I'm talking about here is celebrating success. It's not about having fun. It's a critical step in manifesting more of what you desire. Now, why is it so? Because celebration is one of the most powerful emotion amplifier you can use to align your energy with abundance and success. So when you celebrate, you're telling your subconscious, this is what winning feels like. Let's do more of this. See, you're bringing in the emotion. And emotion, like I say, is an amplifier. You are literally programming yourself to seek out success. telling your RSS, this is the success. This is the success. Look out for this kind of success. You feel amazing, right? So think of it like this. Every time you acknowledge a win, no matter how small, you are adding fuel to the fire of your momentum. You are reinforcing the belief that you are capable, you are deserving, and you're on the right path. This is important. So what kind of celebration can we go for? Don't need to be very expensive one. It can be a day off. It can be an ice cream treat. It could be a sumptuous dinner if you want, or you could buy yourself a new dress, or you can give a gift to someone, depending on what you would like to do. That gives you the kind of celebration. Okay. So like I said, this again is pretty much harping on the dominant thoughts and the RAS, and then leveraging on emotion being the amplifier. See, whatever we are doing here in these 10 tips is actually harping on those things that I have shared with you, and I keep on harping on. So anything that can bring on, your creative visualization or dominant thoughts or RAS or inspired action or 80-20 principles, and then can also bring on the amplifier, just do it. There are many more than just this 10, but I'm sharing my top 10 favorite one. So if you have, do share in the chat box now. 6, if you have a morning routine, it'll be good to have an evening reflection. And this evening reflection is the gateway to inspire action. See, so far we've been harping on dominant thoughts, beliefs, RAS, and things like that, right? So very few we talk about inspire action, right? So what if there's no inspire action that comes to you? Jialat. Before inspire action can comes to you, you must work on your RAS and your, dominant thoughts and your belief first. I've said that last week, right? So let's talk about this evening reflection. This is the most underrated yet life-challenging habits, evening reflection. Anybody do evening reflections or night reflections? So if the morning sets the tone for the day, evening is where the magic of growth and recalibration happens. It's not about dwelling on mistakes or relieving the stress. It's about learning, celebrating, and setting yourself up for success tomorrow. So what do you do? Here's a powerful yet simple structure to guide your evening reflection. I'll give you an example so that I can elaborate. So example is, for example, let's say you have done very well at a presentation at work today. Now, take a moment to celebrate it. You just think back, evening reflection, what went well today? Or say, today I did very well, in the presentation at work today. So let's take a moment to celebrate. If it's asking, sorry, master, what is dominant thoughts means? Dominant thoughts means what is that thoughts that is running in the background, in the back of your mind 24/7. Example. Just now, I think Anne mentioned to-do list. At the back of his mind, her mind is always a to-do list. And whenever she think about the to-do list, she felt the tense. So what is it? Some may say maybe thinking about what if tomorrow company going to retrench me? This becomes a dominant thought. What if tomorrow, something going to happen to me? This is a dominant thought. Always running in the background, whether you like it or don't like it. Okay, so you can always ask yourself what went well today, and you can also ask yourself what didn't go well. Maybe you got into a disagreement with a friend or you miss a deadline at work. Then you can move in to say what triggered this. Was it a lack of communication? Was it a lack of planning? Or was it something outside my control? Why it's important is because you need to identify the root cause that helps you avoid similar setback tomorrows. Then next, you can ask yourself, what can I try tomorrow? This is where your inspired action going to come from. Because all these things is going to come out with certain action plans, and that could be your inspired action. So look out for inner nudges, right? So, for example, what can I try tomorrow, right? So if you felt overwhelmed by a packed schedule today, maybe tomorrow you block up some me time. Eve is asking, dominant thought, is it all negative? Not necessary, depending on that person. A negative tendency person will always likelihood think negative dominant thoughts. Whereas a very positive outlook kind of person will always have positive thoughts. So, for example, even for positive dominant thoughts, right? For that person, probably you find that if let's say he has a bad day, he went through a very bad day today, but the dominant thoughts will tell him no big deal. It's just a day. Tomorrow is good. And that is a dominant thought. Okay, last but not least, evening reflection, you can also say, how can I process some of these things now? So after a stressful day, for example, journaling or meditating can help you let go of lingering negativity. Or reflect on what can I do tonight to clear my mind and set myself up for a fresh start. So it is important, processing your emotions and thoughts in the evening at the end of the day prevents them from piling up and weighing you down. So this is one way to flip your emotion. Settle all your negative emotion for the day so that you have a fresh start tomorrow morning. So think of your day like a movie. At the end of the show, you review the highlights, you review the plot twists, and you review the lesson learned. So evening reflection is your chance to become the director of your life instead of just an actor caught in the action. So this habit is crucial for inspired action, recognizing patterns and opportunities that you might have missed during the day, and then identifying the key actions that make the biggest difference today. So we are looking at the 80-20 principle. So today may be one small thing, but that small thing that happened caused 80% of our stress today. So you know that, this 20%, although it's a small thing, but it's very damaging. Then you know you have to work on this 20% stressor. And then based on your reflection, you may come up with an action plan. That is the one-page action plan. So adjusting your strategies and intention for tomorrow and the day forward. So when you reflect with intention, you are not just ending your day, you are setting the stage for tomorrow's success. So always tie it back to your higher intention, the long-term intention that we set last week. It's important. Number 7. Let's talk about the power of doing just one thing every day that brings you closer to your goal. This is what I did last time. Not that now I don't do it, but now I get the hang of it already. So I no need to consciously think about what is it one thing that I can do today to bring me closer to my goal. No, it become a habit already. So also for, let's say you're starting out with this, then you may need to consciously ask yourself this question. What is one thing I can do today that will bring me closer to my goal or to my intention? It may sound simple, but let me tell you, this is where the magic happens. Imagine this, you are standing at the base of a mountain and the summit looks so far away. The peak looks so far away. And you think, how am I going to get there, man? So instead of stressing about the whole journey, you focus on taking just the one step forward today. So what is the one smallest thing today that you can bring you closer to that intention? Before you know it, you're halfway up the mountain and you're feeling stronger, more confident, and more closer to the incredible view waiting at the top. So this is the power of small, consistent action. Eve is asking, yes, it became a habit. Saying it became a habit. Everything you think or do will always point to the intention. Thank you. This is called alignment. Thank you very much. Whatever you think or do will always point to the intention, meaning you already have the habit to align with your intention. So this is called intentional choices, intentional action, and intentional living. Very good. Okay, so example. Let's say you're dreaming about writing a book. for years. But every time you think about that 60,000 words, you freeze. Now, what if instead you wrote, say today I'll just write 300 words today. That's it. No, nothing more, nothing less. 300 words. See, if you are able to come up with 300 words for today, right, you are already taking the first step, small step. So that is the, what do you call that? If you keep writing 300 words every day, in no time you have 60,000 words already. Huh? So that 300 words a day, that is your one thing. Don't overwhelm yourself with a lot of to-do lists. Just one thing. Stay focused. This keeps your mind focused. It eliminates procrastination. So for those who always procrastinate, the always reason, number one, you are perfectionist because you always want, you expect to know A to Z first before you take the first step. Or the task looks so big, you don't know how to start, don't know where to start. Therefore, you procrastinate. So now you hear from me, you don't have to start one big step. Break it down into small chunks. What is the first smallest step that you can take today? Just do that first smallest step. Then next day, ask yourself the same question. What is the next smallest step that you can do today? Continue this. Soon enough, you find that, hey, what seems a mountain, today, you are on top already. So it also fits into the 80-20 principle. Basically means small, high impact action that bring massive results. Can? Okay. Now, what's the alternative? Now, the alternative is do nothing. Waiting for perfect time. So if you do this, if you take the alternative way, then there's a guaranteed way to stay exactly where you are. You're not progressing. So no, so please take that one step today. No, because one day, if you look back and realize those tiny steps turn into a giant leap towards your dream life, you'll be surprised. You'll be amazed. So let's commit to this together. What is your one thing today? 8, my favorite. Learn. Let's get real. If you're not learning, you're standing still. And in a world that's always moving forward, standing still is like going backward. So learning is the rocket fuel for your growth, and for your success and for your happiness. It's not about being perfect or knowing it all. It's about staying curious. If you have noticed, I keep using the word curious. It's about staying curious and inspired. So here's the deal. Every day, commit to learning something new, no matter how small. Every day I'm learning. I can learn from my student. I can learn from my clients. I can learn from my children. I've been learning almost every day. I think 2-3 years ago, I don't know how to use social media. I think I suck at social media posting and TikTok also. But now I think I'm okay because I learn. Keep an open mind. I learn. Now, when you expand your mind, you expand your possibilities. So that's important. And when you learn, keep an open mind. And when you learn, you get inspired. New resources. Somebody may throw you a book or give you a book, and then you read it with open mind. Who knows? Within that book, there's something that you need, that you're looking for. All this, wow, it's all in the book. Also, be open mind and learn. Also, learning isn't about sitting in the classroom. It's about unlocking yourself. So it could be the podcast that you listen to, when you make your move to work, or it's the book that you read before bed, or it's the conversation you have with someone who loves to challenge the way you think, something like that. So what you can do, just dedicate probably 10 to 15 minutes a day. You can watch a video, you can read an article, or you can listen to a podcast, or you can watch back my recorded videos, about something that you want to master or to be better at. Then surround yourself with inspiration. Follow social media accounts or join groups that push you to think differently. And then ask questions. Ask questions. Don't believe a thing I say. Don't believe a thing what other people say, even though they could be gurus in their own field. Don't believe. what they say, but be open to listen and then test it out for yourself and then apply. Don't just absorb, take action. So who knows, when you learn and try learning and be open-minded, you may have inspired action and then inner nudges. And then that is also the timing whereby universe is telling you the time is right, take action. Number 9, just now Anne mentioned meditation, right? So yes, I also do meditation. So let me tell you a secret. The answer you're searching for, they are already inside you most of the time. It's the gut feeling, the gut feeling, the inner knowing. That's your intuition speaking. But here's the thing: most of us are too distracted by the noise of life to hear the intuition. So meditation is the key to quieting the noise so you can truly listen to yourself. Now, there are many ways to meditate. Yeah, some are religious kind of meditation, some are not. So meditation isn't just one kind. It isn't about sitting cross-legged for hours or emptying your mind. Yeah? So it's not that. It's about creating a space where clarity, focus, and intuition can thrive. It's like cleaning the windshield of your car. You're clearing the dirt and dust and the rainwater so that you can see where you're going. That's meditation actually. And the best part, meditation doesn't just help you relax, it sharpens your intuition. That little voice that tells you when to say yes, when to say no, and when to leap into the unknown. Now, in case you are not so sure how to do meditation, that can help you. I have 3 great programs for you to check out. Anyway, no one is good at meditation when they start. So they have to start somewhere anyway. It's not about perfection, it's about showing up. So even 1 minute of stillness can shift your entire day. So you can check out our Awaken the Unseen Energy Within. It's perfect if you're ready to connect with the powerful energy that lies dormant inside you that you may not know of. I don't know how to use them, but this is what this program is about. Number 2 is the How to Assess Your Intuition workshop. So learn to trust your gut and make decisions with confidence. Last but not least is the Money Frequency Tuning. So shift your mindset and energy to attract wealth and abundance. And we have guided meditation to help you do that too. So why intuition matters? Here's the thing. Your intuition is always talking to you. And meditation helps you to hear it. It's like tuning a radio to the right frequency. When your mind is quiet, and your energy is aligned, the answers will flow effortlessly. So meditation isn't just a practice, it's a lifestyle. It's your daily chance to realign, recharge, and reconnect. If say meditation is a very powerful tool, exactly. Thanks for that. Yeah. And as you sharpen your intuition, you discover that the answer, the opportunities and breakthroughs you seek have been within you all along. So all this while, I've been doing meditation to get answers. Yeah. Answers like, for example, should I, what kind of program should I run this year? What kind of syllabus should I include in that program? Things like that. I get answers, and usually I go into meditation. Very fast methods. Last but not least, number 10 is ask. Here's the thing. Most of us are terrible at asking. Now, tag me if you feel that you are also terrible at asking. Last time, I'm very terrible at asking. I probably have fear in asking because I have this kind of thinking that what if I appear to be asking all the wrong questions? I look silly at asking these kind of questions or answer me. So you're not alone. And in the past, I was like that too. So we hesitate, we overthink, and we assume the answer will be no. Even before we try. But guess what? You never get what you don't ask for. Right? So the truth is, asking isn't about demanding. It's about creating an awareness, creating an opportunity for clarity, collaboration, and sometimes even unexpected miracles. Now, who can you ask? You can ask people. You can ask people for advice, support, or collaboration. Just ask. Or nowadays, you can ask ChatGPT. Pretty good. Or if you need quick ideas, feedback, or some other information, ChatGPT is there. Or last but not least, Universe. How to ask Universe? There are many ways, many ways. And one of the easier way is using finger muscle testing. You can also use meditation. I use meditation. I know of some clients and students who use finger muscle testing. Have you tried finger muscle testing? Now, the art of asking. I've come a long way to really understand the art of asking. So I'm sharing this with you. So the secret to asking, let's say you're asking someone, right? The secret to asking is actually very simple. You can ask anyone anything as long as you make it okay for them to say no. You think about it now. When someone feels pressure to say yes, it creates resistance. But when you let them know it's safe to decline, they are more likely to engage openly. You get my point? Okay. So I had a client. She shared this with me. She was also a bit what call that? In her words, paiseh, to ask her boss why she was given a miss for promotion, things like that. Why other people and other colleagues are being promoted and she not. She felt paiseh, but she want to know the reason why, and then she's felt bad about asking also. So she was stuck in her career, always dreaming of a promotion, and unsure how to stand out. And yet, year after year, she was given a miss. So instead of waiting, because I told her, if you don't ask, right, you never know. Okay, asking may not make you look silly at all. So just remember this art of asking. You can ask anyone anything as long as you make it okay for them to say no. So she went back, she think, say, oh, okay, I decided, let's test it out. So she went to a boss and asked her boss one question. Then the question is, what would it take for me to grow into a leadership role here in this company? It's not asking why am I not being promoted, right? Why am I giving a miss, right? So there's no resistance on the boss part to say, to try to be defensive. Instead, her question, I think is very good, is opening up opportunity, opening up awareness and clarity. So her boss briefly outlined a roadmap for her growth, saying that if you know this is what you're looking for, right? And this could be the areas that you may want to work on. New ideas, inspired information. So this client took inspired action, and next year, I think next year she got that promotion. Imagine if she had never asked and felt paiseh to ask. That's it. Okay, and also you can ask GPT. Right? You can ask GPT. If say, Master, I love to ask, just I want to learn, not because I wanted to challenge, but hope to gain higher understanding. But sometimes people feel offended why I have doubt on them. Understand. So not many people like to be asked, starting with a question, why? If you understand what I mean. If somebody keep asking why, and then you answer already, then I ask why. And then you answer already, I ask why. Some people or most people will feel offended if there are too many whys along the way. You get my point? So for example, that's how my client, the client, right? Instead of asking why am I not being promoted, why am I always given a miss on promotion, that will put her boss into defensive mode, because he feel that the boss have to feel like he had to give her an answer why. You get my point? So you may want to rephrase in such a way, take away the why, but put it in the very open-ended kind of questions, so that the defense mode is down for that person. Okay, so you can also ask GPT. For example, it can be, you can write there a command. What is one thing I can do today? A crazy kind of question, but see what comes back, lah. Okay, if you're asking, so how should we ask instead sound nice, lah? Okay, so it's always go with yin yang. You see the way you're asking me questions, it's okay. The way you're asking me the question, I feel it's okay because you always ask me, you put your thoughts there, you put your statement there, and then you ask me what's my thought. Yeah, that is very neutral. I think that's okay. So you can continue maintaining that line of questioning. You can give one, then you can put in to say, what's your thought? Or may I have your guidance on this? Or something like that. So we are not trying to corner the person. We are actually asking for help. Something like that. When somebody been put up at a place whereby he felt needed, he felt importance, more likely he's willing to share. Okay, last but not least, you can also ask universe. Right? I know of a client, pretty recently also, she had been struggling with a very big decision, is that should she quit her job? That job, she has a lot of issue with her colleague and the boss, and she was contemplating quitting lah. But she can't go without a job. Usual, very usual. So I taught her how to use finger muscle testing. It's a method that I shared with her. So she asked the universe, is now the right time to leave the company? So it comes out that she did that finger muscle testing. The answer was a strong yes. Okay. Then again, yes is yes, no is no. Even though universe is given the answer, again is boils down to herself whether she want to take inspired action, because there's already an inner nudge. You get my point? Okay, so asking, why not asking can be costly. Here's a scary thought. Every time you don't ask, you might be missing an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for connection, or an opportunity even for a breakthrough. So if you don't ask for feedback, you can't improve. So if I don't ask you to fill in the feedback form, I don't know what's wrong with my program, or I don't know what's wrong with my delivery of the content. Also, I can't improve. So if you don't ask for help, you stay stuck. If you don't ask for guidance, you will just do your own way and you wander aimlessly, right? So, oops. So when you ask, right, you're actually gaining clarity. Clarity amplifier. Asking cuts through the confusion. Asking creates awareness. A clear question often leads to a clear answer. Or you ask the right question, you get the right answer. And then from there, you can have inspired action. Maybe new ideas, new resources. Like that's how the client, the boss outlined a brief roadmap what she could do to help her increase her chance of a promotion. Things like that. And also, permission to say no. When you make it okay for someone to say no, you remove the pressure, and often they'll surprise you with a yes. Okay, so all in all, I always believe, ask and it shall be given. If you don't ask, be ready to stay stuck. Okay, anyone try out finger muscle testing before? Anyone? Eve is saying not everyone like master so friendly and open. I'm sure there are other friendly people around. A lot of friendly people. Of course, there are also a handful of nasty people around. But interpersonal relationship and interaction, we can expect in some ways there will be nasty people that you have to deal with . Okay, NC never tried finger muscle testing before. Are you all keen to learn? Okay, good. This is a very simple exercise. Some didn't believe it. Some didn't believe it. Saying that this is so simple. It can't be true. Or how can it be so random? But anyway, I will just show it to you. I will explain to you. You go and try it out for yourself. You don't have to believe a thing I say. Yeah. Okay. Here. Simple instructions. So finger muscle testing is a quick and effective way to tap into your intuition and connect with the universe for answers. So follow these steps. Step 1, you set a question or set your intention, set a question. So take a moment to breathe and calm your mind. Your mind must be calm, and then clearly state or think about the question you want to ask. Usually it is a yes or no, can or cannot kind of question. So it's a binary question, usually. So for example, is this decision aligned with my highest good? So this is a binary question, yes or no. So then what you do, you form a O-ring with your O-ring basically means with your thumb and index finger on your dominant hand. So if your right hand is your dominant hand, form the O with your thumb and index finger like an OK sign. I think, let me see. Is it okay if I turn off the slides first and I show you my, demonstration? Okay, let me see. Okay, good. Okay, give me a minute. Can you see me? Okay, so for me, you may be seeing left, right mirror image, but doesn't matter. You just follow my instruction. For me, my dominant hand is right hand. So I make an O-ring, like an OK sign. OK sign. So you insert your what do you call that? Your thumb and index finger of your non-dominant hand into the O-ring, forming a second loop. Can you see that? My dominant hand, my non-dominant hand, like that. That's like two loop two loop. So you test it first. You don't have to believe what I think I say. You just test it. So what you do, can you form your own double ring already? Okay, double ring. So what you do is that you gently pull the loops apart. You try to pull the loops apart. Okay, while your dominant hand try to keep it close. So your non-dominant hand will always try to push it open, while your dominant hand try to make it shut. Okay, so what you do is you test it out. So form your own double loop and you test something with a binary question. For example, a truth and false question. So you just ask yourself, is my name, for example, is my name Yeo Kun Leong? You just say your own name. So then you pull. Okay. Now, see, when I say is my name Yeo Kun Leong, I can't break. Meaning, yes, my name is Yeo Kun Leong. So if you can't break, it is a yes. Okay. Now, if my name, if Lu, it breaks. So this is false. You test it out and you tell me. How is it? How's your testing? Now, once you already know your baseline already, what is true, what is false, usually, if it cannot break means it's yes. If it breaks, it's no. Okay. Then you can, if say, oh, yes. Okay, good. So this is called finger muscle testing. So once you test a baseline, this is how it works, right? This is the pattern. Then you can proceed with your actual question. For example, is this job the right step for me, or is this job switch is the right one for me? Then you pull, something like that. Pull. Okay. So yeah. So it seems like I'm in the right job now. Okay. Can you show that? So you test it out lah. Whatever question you want to, fun question you want to ask yourself, just try it out. Okay. And trust that it will give you the right answer. Trust the process. Your body and subconscious are deeply connected to your intuition and the universe. Trust the answers you receive without overthinking. Anyone want to share your input, how it works for you? So it could be like, for example, question like, is a binary question. Should I take this opportunity? Is this investment good for me? Is this person aligned with my highest good? So this finger muscle testing is a very powerful, very simple way to access guidance from the universe. This is called asking. Eve is saying, Master, yes and no also cannot break. How? Okay. There will be cases whereby yes and no cannot break. How? That will depend on what question you're asking. So it means that the thing that you're asking could be either. So you may want to rephrase the question. Break it down or rephrase the question. Is that okay? Let me pull back the slides. Anyone want to share your experience with this finger muscle testing? Okay, half break. What you mean by half break? As long as it's not fully broken, it is considered not fully broken. Can I move forward? Okay. Yeah, usually for my case, usually I want 100% okay, not okay. You get my point? I want 100% okay. For example, I want 100% yes. So if let's say I ask a question, it is half like that, like half break, half never break, but lucky never break, that kind of thing. Then I may want to relook at it and see that perhaps this thing I'm about to do or decision I'm about to take, there could be some parts that is not working out for me. There could be some trap or some problem. Then I may want to relook at it and see if I could tweak this or tweak that. Would that be a better option after that? Then after that, then I'll do another testing so that it become a solid yes. You get my point? So this is how you can refine your testing. Okay. Right. So yeah, there are many ways. I'm just sharing with you these simple techniques so you can go and explore and then improve it. So what an incredible journey we have had today. In fact, for the 3 lessons, diving into IAM manifesting framework. And last but not least is this 10 transformative tips. This is my all-time 10 favorite tips for more fulfilling life. Now, so if you what do you call that? This is a recap. Whatever you see on the slides here, morning routine, gratitude, audio suggestion, giving, celebrating success, evening reflection, and do one thing a day, learning, meditation, and asking. There you have it, 10 tips to ignite your journey towards a more fulfilling life. And guess what? There are so many more tips and strategies I'd love to share with you next time. So which one resonate with you the most? Which tip will you start implementing today? Type in the chat box. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Yeah. Which one resonate with you? And which one will you start implementing today? Okay, let's do a quick recap. We're coming to the end of the program already. It's hard to believe we have covered so much in just a short 3 lessons. So let's do a quick recap for everything we explore so we can lock in these insights and get you ready to manifest like never before. So number 1, you learn the IAM manifesting framework. And remember, this is all about the magic trinity, IAM. I stands for intention, A, attention, M, movement. This framework is your roadmap for creating the life you desire. Okay, Eve is saying reflection, view the day as a movie. Very good. Very good. So start doing it. So we also kick things off day 1 by setting both long and short-term intention. So we are trying to use the clarity amplifier number 1. So the more clarity you have on what you want is the better. So it's about knowing what you want and why you want it. Also, clarity is power. Next, we dive deep into the realm of attention. Here, we learn the art of creative visualization, harness the power of dominant thoughts, and unlock the potential of the RAS. These tools, your imagination, your emotion, and your belief are your amplifiers to really elevate your manifesting game. Next, there's more. So under movement, we have also covered inspire action, the 80-20 principle, and how to craft a one-page action plan. It don't have to be a full, comprehensive, complete plan. No need. It could be for a day, it could be for a week, it could be for a month. You depend on how you use it. So this making sure you are not just dreaming, but actively moving towards your goals. So remember, manifestation requires action on your part. And then we uncovered the 10 proofs that to tell you that your manifesting is actually working. Also, what are 10 proofs? Synchronicity, new idea, new resource, new people, new opportunity, good luck, problem resolved by themselves, higher vibes, loss of fear, greater self-expression. Now, these are, all your intuition amplifiers. So when you start noticing this sign, you know universe is aligning for you. Finally, I share all my 10 all-time favorite tools to help you explode your manifesting power and result. Now, these are your secret weapons to supercharge your journey. So now as we wrap up, I want you to remember manifestation isn't just about what you want. It's about who you become in the process. So each of these tools and insights is designed to elevate your mindset and align with your desire. Okay, so how will you take this learning and integrate them into your daily living? So I can't wait to hear hear your plan and see how you unleash your manifesting power. Right. So with this, I thank you. I thank you for being part of this incredible program. So as we come to the end of our session, I want to take a moment to hear from you. What have you learned today that you can start using in your life? So it's for the entire program. Entire program. What have you learned in this program that you can start using in your life? Type in the chat box. And say reprogram my subconscious mind. Thank you very much. Very good. So I have something exciting to introduce. Our next progressive manifesting journey. It's called the money frequency tuning. Now, this program is designed to help you elevate your financial frequency and transform your relationship with money. So it's not about how to find money or about investment or whatever. It's not that. It's to designed to help you elevate your financial frequency and transform your relationship with money. So when would that be? It is next month, 15, 16, 22nd Feb, Saturday, Sunday, 2 to 5 p.m. and live online. Now, we are running a SG60 promo now, so it's only 225. Okay, and it's ending tomorrow midnight. Also, so don't miss it. So in this program, you'll be guided step by step to comprehend and enhance your money frequency, leading to lasting improvement, not just in your financial success, but in your overall life. So there are implications. When you do certain aspect well, the other aspect of your life will also improve accordingly. So by the end of this journey, you'll experience profound transformation in your money mindset. You'll shift how you perceive earning, how you perceive multiplying your money, how you perceive investing, and how you perceive contributing money. A lot to cover. And what will you learn? Here's a sneak peek. Explore your existing relationship with money and uncover how it is affecting you in ways you might not realize. And then we're going to identify your money scars. Those invisible wounds, money wounds, and learn how to heal them. And then rise above the illusion of lack. This is very important. And train your brain to receive wealth from your surrounding. There's more abundance out there than you might think. Last but not least, we're going to go into a technique to grow your money container. All of us has some kind of money container, and depending on the size and the type. If you have already now a very small money container, then there's only how much you can earn. Okay, and anything in excess will be spent off. That's why it's called 破财 whatever, that kind of thing. Because of your money container. Also, we need to enlarge our money container. And if you can, we want to multiply. Okay, so there are much more that we're going to cover in this money frequency tuning program. So if you're keen, do sign up. There's a SG60 promo now. So let me share details about our upcoming workshop in February. I think I've mentioned about money frequency tuning. There's another one before money frequency tuning, which is the career resilient, the eating secrets to thrive in the game on 8 February, Saturday, 2 to 5 p.m. Now, this is perfect for anyone looking to enhance their resiliency in their career journey. So if you've attended before, feel free to come back for refresher. Just let me know. So before we go, I just want to have a quick reminders. Now I'm going to share the link in the chat box, which is about the feedback form. Give me a moment. Let me pull out that link. Okay, here is the link. So later on, before you shut down your phone or your laptop, please go to this link, give me your feedback form. And if you love this program, give me a good testimonial. I thank you. And then after that, you'll be redirected to the Fresh Deal Corner where you can do the sign up. And for those new students, in the coming work week, I will send you your completion certificate. Then the program, the videos will be sent for processing. And once it's done, it'll be uploaded to the training portal. And then you can, I'll let you all know so you can log in and watch back. So we are migrating the training portal to Heartbeat. If you have not created an account in Heartbeat, please do so. And once you're done so, I can port all your courses over to Heartbeat. And remember, next time when I run this program again, please come back for refresher. There's always more to learn. Is that okay? Okay. So as we wrap up, I want to say thank you once again for your engagement and energy throughout this 3-day lesson. Now, if we don't see each other, I wish you a happy Chinese New Year, filled with abundance, joy, and intentional living. Remember, you have the power to create the life you desire. So until next time, take care and keep shining. Bye-bye.